You
sad
will find out
that we didn't naturally record the Bearfucker line because we kind of rolled into this just now. And, so now we are recording. So we're ready for any and all fornication.
So now we have to talk about bear fucking?
No, well, it's kind of come naturally.
Rethold's a businessman, so he social media engineered this one.
That's right. So, but no, fornication in general, I know that we're good at discussing, at the very least.
Well, that's the thing is, Rethold has walked around with an actual bear, so the reputation works there. He's also has a lot of tension with Magnus, so one way or the other, he's a bear fucker, and that reputation works
absolutely
every which way to Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Always.
So I gave Zhenya a 6 dot in resolve.
Okay.
Because that is...
All right.
So
you see where I'm going with this.
Another rank in sexy gunshot girl. Got it.
That's right. That's right. His reputation will come into play sooner or later.
That leaves me with 7.
I've got 5.
I have this many. I don't remember what I spent it on. I think I
would lend you mine, Megan, but as Sally pointed out, this pencil is...
I think I picked Bar Fighter.
My pencil has an eraser.
Which
You
is
just
cool.
gotta twisty it. Oh, did it fall out?
I think so.
You got really
It's like losing your pants.
You know.
Oh no, it was just really far in there.
There you go.
That's what she said.
Hey, buddy. Oh,
no. So
that did joke really warmed my heart. That was such a bro moment.
Sad we weren't filming.
No.
So we can watch your Wonder Twins activate.
No.
That's fine. Everybody can fill in the blanks.
No, I have.
Oh, hey, I did make notes.
Look at you.
I think it was just because I needed to know when and how I could stop being subtle.
Rethold probably
now.
wrote things on a piece of paper, and it's just, I hate this.
It's like
hundreds of times.
But it's all it's like written like very jagged.
What's that word mean in Thean murder? You've written it 80 times.
Yeah.
It's like Bart says it on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
I will murder you all. I will murder you all. Soon.
It's like, some of them are really dark. Like, you just...
It's like, I think you misheard me. What you heard.
Where did you get this red ink?
Bring me a lot of bacon and eggs.
People to
But
murder.
What I said
Was I'm going to murder everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like in 3,000 years, archaeologists will pull up the stone tablet where he carved the runes. They're like, these magical runes. I fucking hate this place.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
I should just carve it into every wooden fucking place we come
Like
across.
all like Aegeus sucks graffiti in Pompeii. People are like, ooh, and it's like, no.
It's just
It'd
some
be like-
asshole.
It probably is.
You'd be like, that pissed off Norseman must have been in a secret society with that one Italian dude we keep finding relics about.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what. Oh, Deanna's got a story for us.
Awesome. Shit's going down at the establishment.
Yep.
Where food happens.
Going
hey,
down for real?
Oh no! Wait, no. Sorry. Not another one with a bullet, but yeah, no. It's going down for real. Do. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. Don't worry.
There.
I love both those songs though. So like, fuck, whatever. They both slap.
One was Fall Out Boy. I don't know what the other one was.
Going down for real is that Soldier Boy or Flow Rider?
Oh, that's why I have no idea. I'm too Fraser Crane to understand.
Why don't
Flo
you
Rida.
know, Amanda?
Hold on.
I'm not black.
Is that Florida? Is that Florida? No, the first time we ever had a Flow Rider shirt, a Hot Topic.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it just said Florida, and I'm like, who the fuck's calling themselves Florida?
Flo Rida is calling himself Florida.
Is that what we call it now?
Confused.
That state is not that cool.
Rabbit.
It's actually
because
quite hot.
It is indeed Flo Rida.
Nailed it.
GDFR.
Yes. So thankfully they were too loud, which gave me the opportunity to start Googling it before we could hear you. but my connection is too slow, so I'm searching GDFR because I did remember that that's the title of the song, but but your connection beat me. So, bravo.
Amazing.
My fiber.
Yeah, she got Google Fiber.
Ooh, got some Time Warner Metamucil.
Yeah.
That's right.
The vaccine really helped.
Yeah, that's right.
5G.
Hell yeah.
So you have Google
No, I
Fiber
always
while
have internet.
us in the Bay Area living here don't have it?
Yeah, it doesn't get to our place.
We had Google Fiber at our shitty house in Fremont.
Funny how that works.
Because they had just
Yes.
introduced it to the area, so we convinced our landlord to let us get Google Fiber. But now that we're back in San Jose, we just have to have Comcast because that's what our
Yep.
landlord
That's
is.
where
That's what we're
Oh
doing.
my
That's what we're doing, too.
For 2 years now, I've been like,
do
we need to switch.
Do we need to mute?
I think we need a mute.
Hold on. Let me just.
Just pause.
Yeah, fuck it. Just mute it.
Live edit. Oh yeah.
And the mic's back on.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's,
Literally.
That's
Literally.
great.
For real.
Great.
Yeah.
Feces, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
You haven't worked a full restaurant job until
Yeah.
you've dealt with somebody else's feces.
Yeah.
Don't you have a restaurant feces story?
But it just happened.
Anyone
I feel
constantly
so.
with the general
It's like
public
a
should
story.
Yeah.
likely has
Yeah.
a feces story.
The way that the Bascom branch of the library is set up, the staff area is around the back of the building, like right facing across to Del Mar High School. And there's windows on there, and there's like windows on the little back corner area, and then there's a big electrical box right there. And people think
That no one can
that
see
no
out
one,
those fucking
so
windows.
they go behind the electrical box because they're like, ooh, no one on the street can see me. But poor Mercedes, who's the FLC coordinator,
no.
her desk is right next to that window.
Oh, yeah.
So she constantly just like looks and is like, and then has to go like open the staff door to be like, hey, could you not do that here,
Do
please?
all
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah, they can. People pee back there, people poop back there, people
Oh.
drink back there, people do drugs back
Yeah, I
there.
bet.
And every day there's a new thing in the behavior log of somebody being like, and then I had to go talk to somebody doing the thing behind the electrical box again.
Ugh.
Is there like a journal of?
Oh yeah, the behavior log is like my favorite thing.
No, of like fucking
Tally.
crash pad from Darkwing Duck /
Oh.
where
Yeah.
he keeps a ledger for his insurance agency that if he can
Yeah.
cross off everything.
All
Okay.
the shit that
Yeah.
happens back there that is
Yeah.
not supposed to happen.
No.
You have to get a running tally with the
Yeah.
little prison sticks.
Yeah.
No, mine-
Until they started Bujo.
mine
and then,
were-
little tally for every time.
Never that interesting. It was just like I work in a restaurant and bathrooms are gross. There was
Yeah.
one day where I had to go because a girl I was working with that was on bathroom duty that morning came out of the bathroom, and she's fucking like dry heaving, and she's just like,
Oh no.
I can't.
No.
I can't, like I
I'm
can't.
not strong enough.
Right?
Yeah.
She's like, I can't deal with this. So I was mopping the floor, so I was like, I guess I'm on duty. There's nobody else
Well, here,
there.
grab
And it
this
was,
mop, hun, and I will,
Yeah.
you're not getting out of everything.
That's right. And I was like, here, like do the under the tables, and it was like somebody just straight up missed, right? Like basically went for business in that stall and
Woo.
basically went everywhere except where it's supposed to go.
Man, when I worked at Happy Hollow, there was one time we went to go clean because Happy Hollow, basically, if there was anything that no one else wanted to do, they'd be like, rides will do it. And we're like, this isn't a ride. Why do we have to
Challenge
clean?
accepted.
Why do we have to clean the bathroom?
Maybe for a single person it was.
And there was one time we were going down to the bathroom that's like the shitty bathroom in the zoo that's like tucked back in a corner that usually nobody uses. And I went in there
Except for
in
the
the
one
women's
time.
bathroom, and it literally looked like someone had taken their child and like swung them while they were shitting.
Oh, what the
It
hell?
was on the ceiling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't know how that's
My
like.
God.
It was like
There
next.
was a
It
visible
started
line.
next
Yeah.
to the toilet, went up the wall,
Wow.
and then
Yeah.
like there was a little bit on the ceiling, and I
Wow.
walked in and I was like, nope, calling facilities, like calling them, and like
Yeah, no, it was
Jeez. Okay, that.
Bravo.
you
Yeah.
yeah, like it
Oh.
literally looked like someone took like a toddler who was like in the process of like diarrheaing and like swung them at the
Explosive
wall.
diarrhea?
Yeah. I was like,
Ah,
how?
this is why everyone comes to listen to our content.
Right? Like
Yep.
how? How
Right.
does that even like I'm kind of impressed,
It was
honestly.
fucking, right? Like
yeah,
there's
but
fucking
also I'm not cleaning that.
But yeah,
Child
but
super
also
soaker?
like not my
that
fucking
one
job.
time, like the time I was telling you when I stepped into that stall, it looked like a fucking crime scene. Like there was like splatter. There was like it was gross, and I was like, the moment I stepped in the bathroom, I mean, I was born on a farm, so I have
Yeah.
You have a
It's a
strong
bit of a-
stomach.
You've
Yeah.
had some
Like
exposure.
me.
But the smell was assaulting. So like I understood that girl was like, yeah, I can't deal with this. Like she probably took 2 steps in there and was just like, I can't even approach.
The aura was too strong.
That's right. Amanda, you got me with those gifts. I just started giggling.
I'm waiting for them to load. They won't load. Wait,
That second one.
can I,
That second one is
Can I
fucking
come right
amazing.
do I have this Wi-Fi?
I like the blur. It's like-
Yep. You get a
No,
natural
Wi-Fi
motion
plus,
blur.
I'm
Yeah, but I think I just left it. Hold on, let me see here. Oh no, supposedly it's good.
Mine's working fine. I think your phone just hates you.
Well, I had it turned off. I had Wi-Fi turned off, and then
That's why it's like a cat.
I
piece.
didn't remember if I had it saved in the phone or not. But apparently I do. So yeah, look, there they go.
I like how this is just like
You fill me with joy, Amanda.
a picture documentation of your experience with this drink right there. It doesn't need word. I get everything. I get everything. I understand the story perfectly.
Since I'm on a call, I can't, do video recording, so I had to do via the art of GIF.
It's beautiful.
Amazing.
Amanda,
I could have just turned on my screen.
Rabbit, I still am not sure if it was vigorously enough. I also suggested
Me either.
furiously, and you did not look furious.
The expression in that second
Well,
one
actually,
is what
no.
really
The
sells it.
second one was pretty. I could be furious for that one.
It's the rage. That expression doesn't lie.
Carrie too.
Yep. But it wasn't
Yeah.
too fast, too furious.
Shit, I haven't thought about that in years,
So it could've
Megan.
been
I don't even remember what Carrie 2
You
was.
shake your tea a quarter mile at a time.
It was
I
I
do.
need to have you experience that at some point.
Really? I
someone
remember.
gets their
Yeah,
balls
I'm
shot
so
off with a
tired.
harpoon gun.
Oh, hello.
Wait, in Carrie 2 or Too Fast, Too Furious?
Carrie too.
Okay. Oh, no, and
I'm
Carrie
willing to believe
Too
both.
Fast, Too Furious.
Yes, right.
Probably in one of these Furious sequels.
Too
at
Carrie,
this
Too
point.
Furious.
That's-
It's just lots of murders in cars.
yeah. Somebody gets their
Lots of cars
balls
catching
shows
fire.
up, shot off with
Specifically,
a
Eric
harpoon.
Von Detten gets his balls shot
Yeah.
off with a harpoon gun.
In Tony's
Or
version,
no, it's Zachary Ty Bryan, isn't it? It's one of those two.
probably. I
Now
haven't
I have-
seen
now
this
I have to
in
find
years.
Now you have to find
In Tony's
exactly
version, The Rock
whose
shows
balls
up
got
at that
shot off.
moment.
Yeah.
final carry to destination. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Carry 3 Tokyo Drift.
All right. Well, now that shit's taken care of.
It's just screaming fire in Japanese.
All right.
Around the Tokyo Tower. Anyway.
Oh, it's like 8:30 almost, so we should play this game.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's 8:29.
Sorry,
It
Amanda.
was Zachary Ty Bryan.
Yeah, that's
We
why I'm
haven't
drinking
seen
this
each
tea.
other for a while.
Yeah, it's-
We've
Vigorous
had
tea.
It's a memorable
Yes.
scene.
Hopefully has vigorous caffeine.
Fingers crossed.
In my circles, that mention of the scene usually came seconds after somebody asked, like, "Oh, have you seen Carrie 2?" Like, yeah, that scene where.
I think if I had seen it, I would have been, oh yeah, but I did not. So apparently, I get to see that later.
It's probably telling that in a Carrie sequel, this is what we're talking about. This is the moment of the movie we're talking about.
So
I
we
mean-
murdered a bunch of Winter Sun.
Yeah, we buried bodies.
In an
Yeah,
alley.
we
Oh,
very
we did bury the bodies.
we did bury it, and then
Yeah.
my new yard is growing very lush and beautiful. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matushka will take you all.
Yeah, Rethel's bloodlust is not sated.
No.
This has merely made it worse.
Yeah, but like I still have to pretend to be docile and gentle, so they'll take me.
Rethel's pacing like a caged animal.
Well, then stay inside the house.
Well,
Wait, it
Because he
says
is a
here,
caged animal.
See,
next
it's-
time some of us will wear the uniforms and
Does
raise
this count as
a
lying?
ruckus in the name of the Winter Suns, which
Would that occur to Zhenya?
Pretending? Well, because she's doing it for a very righteous reason, but like,
Yeah.
does that count as lying?
I
You're-
don't know. Search your feelings.
you're
Young Zhenya.
you're very strained, I would say.
Okay,
Right now,
because like I can't like mistruth or it, like
Ricardo is doing most of the talking, and I would say even though
You're just leaning into doting.
yeah, you're it's fully omission right now. So you're still in the gray area,
Yeah.
but Zhenya probably is inwardly praying to
I
Matushka.
can't feel my inner animal.
Yeah, that no one asks you a direct question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually when we do anything that has anything to do with subterfuge, Zhenya says nothing.
Yep.
would also just like
Because if someone
pretend-
does ask her a direct question, she's going to have to answer it.
You'll notice also that when you went to get stuff
Oh, I've changed it. Okay, forget it.
signed,
Yeah.
Ricardo is better at this than he gives himself credit for because he never mentioned that you were married. The clerk just sort of assumed it, and he never corrected her.
Yeah.
So he,
Well, like Zhenya does wear a ring.
yeah,
So, yeah. No, it's her purification and illuminate that rest on honesty.
So, apparently some of us are wearing these uniforms to raise a ruckus, so I assume there is at least one person who must get a uniform.
well, you got,
I mean, we save uniforms.
how was it, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone can have a uniform, but Zhenya has a specific mission.
Or there are 5 complete uniforms, and one of them just doesn't have a hat, and one of them it has
Well,
a squad is a squad leader.
it's also easily fixed because the reason why the last one doesn't have a hat is because an arrow went through it.
Yeah.
Oh well, I can do that.
Yeah, that
It's
could be
just,
meant.
it's just that scene from the animated Robin Hood where he's like, this one almost had my name on it.
Throughout the whole.
Do I need to take some time to like do some quick alterations on these so they fit properly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rethel has.
Why don't you give me a roll
will be
and
contained for at least a
we'll
few
see how
hours.
long it takes you.
Okay.
After Limless kicks out, he'll probably take a nap at least, so you're probably good.
What am I doing? Wits? Or
You also
finesse?
have a
I'm assuming wits plus craft.
you have an officer's uniform among those, right? I can't remember if you noted
yeah,
that.
I did.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it says it needs to be either Ricardo's or Jimena's because they're the Castilian.
That's right.
Don't do it. No, don't do that either.
Evine. While you all are wrapping up your murder for the night. As you pass through an alley, a kid zooms by you at full speed and sort of brushes your leg. When that kid is clear, there's something in your pocket.
Is it a necklace?
Does it have a shit
Oh
story?
god, that would bring back the PTSD.
Oh no, was it too soon? Was it too soon for Evine?
Never too soon.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Always too soon for a V. Never too soon for you to say it.
Yeah, you hear the sound of a horse galloping in the distance.
As friends, there are certain traumas we must inflict on each other consistently.
I got 7, by the way.
7? Oh yeah, you can do that
I'll,
patchwork. Give
I'll
yourself
check
an
that
hour and a
note.
half.
And
Or
1
whatever
with
it
a
is in the
needle.
pocket.
Yeah, it's a note. It's very brief, but it says, "We should meet. You have the protocol. We'll be waiting."
Bum, bum, bum.
And there is the symbol that you know belongs to your buddies at the Invisible College that you met while you were in school.
Yes.
That kid must be Faye because no one can see Evine.
Well, that's why
Trying
she's
to
perfect
workshop
for the
a
invisible
name for
college.
Yeah.
running child
The most invisible.
letter couriers.
She's valedictorian.
Yep. Evine, why don't you roll me? Let's go with wits plus notice, as this whole thing was unfolding.
It's just unfortunate
Favorite thing to roll.
that when she makes her speech as valedictorian, no one's going to see her or hear it.
It may have happened already.
It's a shame.
Good thing there's transcripts.
Did you ever come up with a name for your student persona, by the way?
Oh, I didn't yet.
I can make it up for you
I
if
thought
you'd
you
like me
did.
to.
I thought it was 2 first names that kind of sound like last names.
Well, I don't have it written down. Don't think.
Maybe? Maybe I was a bit tired. Okay.
It's just the same name twice.
Yeah, right?
Hello, I am Diego.
Aaron A. Aronson.
Bless you.
Vega de la Vega.
Vega de la Vega, yep.
And
You
stuff
just
like
call yourself A.A.Ron.
I just use behind the name randomizer. That's what I do when I need to get European-esque names.
Oh, that's no fun.
No, it's
I mean, it
actually
is
very
fun.
fun.
No, it is.
That is a 7.
7?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you spotted the sweep. You sort of let that happen. What struck you though? Like, you got a decent look. That ain't no kid.
Oh.
That's a small adult. Looks a lot like a child,
It's a half.
but not a child.
Tis be a hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Merely a child to your eyes.
We all
I'm
know.
actually listening to the Lord of the Rings audiobooks right now.
There we
Nice.
go.
There's a lot of singing. I already knew this, but I've never
Yeah.
actually read them.
That's right.
Hell
So
yeah.
much singing.
Your boy
And the
Bombadil.
narrator really commits to.
Fuck yeah. Well, that's...
Have any
Are
of you ever seen the movie Don't Look Now?
No.
It's like a 70s, like, psycho
Oh,
horror
then
movie.
absolutely not.
Not psycho horror, but like psychological horror movie with Donald Sutherland.
Nope.
Wow.
That just makes me think of
Sutherland.
that
Yeah.
because the whole thing of that movie is like there's these parents and Donald Sutherland, like, and their kid dies, and then he keeps thinking he sees the kid everywhere.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, when he catches the kid, it's really like this weird old lady who's really small,
Gross.
Oh.
wearing like the same jacket that his
God.
kid was wearing.
Oh, sorry, maybe so.
Wow.
That got Lisa.
So that's what I think of now that you've put this into the
The 70s had all sorts of fucked up
Yeah.
movies just
Rude
like that.
happened also.
Yeah.
Wait, Rabbit, did you say Lord of the Rings or Hobbit?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
They're singing in both of them.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, yeah, but But
So much more singing in Lord of the Rings.
oh no, it was first Lord of the Rings. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
the
Bombadil's
Bombadil-
in
Fellowship.
Bombadil
Fellowship.
was-
Fellowship was Bombadil. Yeah.
fully omitted from the movie,
Oh
but
my-
he's in full force in
How
those books.
dare they omit a god?
Yeah,
Maybe I just couldn't find someone who could sing properly. I don't know.
I hope they lean into it in the upcoming
Hell yeah.
series.
They need someone adequately. Sacha Baron Cohen.
He's too large. I guess they can
No,
make
it's
him
great.
small.
That'd be it's fine.
That's what CG is for.
Yep.
And or very
Or even
creative.
trick
camera
photography, like
angles.
they
Hell
use in
yeah.
the first movie,
Mhm.
like going to great lengths not to have to use CG.
Anyway, what's your name, Diego? Diego?
Carmen,
Almost got
Carmen
John.
San Diego.
Let's see.
Malkovich.
Malko Malkovich.
As the middle
Yakov
name.
Smirnov.
That's what it is now. There we go. Just added 6
But yeah,
dots all
so with that,
These are all, I'm googling stuff and it's all disappointing so far, but we can move on.
yeah, no worries.
I'll get
It's not a hurry. That's just how they would know you by, right? So they'll
Yep.
refer to you by that name if you
Insert
need
name here.
yeah, in it.
John Cardwell.
There's about like a little bit over an hour of work.
Spartacus.
All right. Yeah, I just get my needle out and it's just like.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
once
you
they're
already.
sewn, Jimena washes the blood out.
Yep, you already at the house that you're staying at, anyways, because Genia and Ricardo have taken the burying bodies in the yard.
So this is what our crafting
Well, it's-
parties are like. Always following a murder.
If any of you
Jenny's
have
doing burial
looked-
rites. Yeah.
Ricardo came in with a shovel, and it's a lot less like burying bodies and more like they're sort of sinking a little bit in it. And
They're
like
feeding the plants.
Ricardo, it doesn't happen like quickly, but they look like they're slowly sinking into it. And at first,
Artax, no.
right? Oh God, yeah. Ricardo sort of looks at it a little bit, then looks at Genia, and finally he sort of runs in it. And eventually, when they're low enough, he's throwing dirt on top, right?
Give a little help.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's my kasha.
Rethold is mumbling in his sleep about we just all put them on and start rampaging, but I don't know. Tony's current idea is every PC should put on one of these outfits so we can all just go on a rampage together. But,
I mean, I'll definitely rampage, but
yeah. But I think we had a plan, so
Yeah.
Well,
did we?
I'm gonna try and respect the plan.
I mean, you guys can go rampage.
For
I
now.
just have to be a docile housewoman for a minute.
well,
No,
you got the story from Jimena and Marilena. That poor gentleman's wife who was taken was different. She was also part of the Invisible College.
Oh,
So
okay.
she was a rabble rouser.
Yeah, I really don't know if I can. I can't
Well-
lie my way into that one, even if I could lie.
No, but I will give you this one.
Oh, okay.
Genia, all you would need is to cause some trouble.
Well, of course. I just.
You look.
I don't
you
think
look.
there is a plan. I thought the plan was literally put these on, act like we're Winter Sons,
Well-
and make them look bad.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
our plan, but then Genya wanted to get captured by
Right.
the people so that
That,
she could
right.
find where they were
Yes.
taking them.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
want to know where they're taking the foreigners.
Okay.
So I can liberate any that are left, because we're not going to have any more fucking Auschwitz stories here.
Volcano Los Dos. So we all get geared up and we go start some shit. And we just get fucking wild. We break some shit. Maybe we can go murder McFucky blonde face that I don't like, who's dishonored his cow and his family. And then once it's
That
pretty
fucking blonde face.
clear we've got at
Add it
least
to the word cloud.
that we've got at least 3 or 4 stars on our meter, right? GTA reference.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Then you
The
know
National Guard after it.
how
exactly.
many of you bumped anything to 6?
That's right.
now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fly under that radar.
Honestly, can you really? I mean, I can at least sense a little bit ahead.
Yeah. Once we get those 3 or 4 stars, Marilena, Jimena, or not, if you know, whatever, and Evine, like, bail on the crew so that we at least have some people on the outside still. And then the rest of us just get caught. Or basically you and me get caught.
So
that it's the filthy foreigners. But we try and get caught quiet-like so that...
How are you going to be loud and quiet at the same time?
But we get caught somewhere where it's just Winter Suns who catch us so that everyone still thinks the Winter Suns were the ones fucking things up. And it's not in a public space where everyone's like, oh, they're obviously foreigners. See how they fucked it up? You know,
but see, that's why I want to be not dressed as Winter Sun and causing a ruckus.
Okay, then we can
So,
ditch it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you guys can Winter Sun and keep up with that plan, which is what I've said like 6 times now. You guys put on your Winter Sun
I
outfits.
want us to do it together as a family.
I have a very specific thing that...
Rethel is just a disappointed dad.
Well,
it's fucking Sunday. I
no,
thought we could spend some
Tony's
time
the
together.
disappointed dad. Tony doesn't want to split the party because it's annoying.
Okay, well then... The point is, she wants to get noticed right away. If she's dressed as Winter Sun, they're going to turn blind eye to the Winter Sun for a minute before they realize, oh wait, they're not our people. But she wants to get noticed right away, so she has to make ruckus, not incognito, even though she's incognito.
Yeah, that's
but
why I said both. Okay, so instead of staying in Winter Sun outfit, we just drop them after a bit, and then...
What if
Get
we all
caught.
put on the Winter Sun outfits, and then we just pretend like we're arresting her, and then give her over to the real Winter Sun?
Okay,
Because then we have to find them.
it's fine.
But they're just wandering around everywhere.
It's fine.
Also, it still means we split the party, and he's like,
Yeah, no, I'm over it. It's fine. I said my piece.
What's all Winter Sun? Jenny had a very specific thing.
Yeah,
It's fine.
and we can do it.
Now everyone got awkward and quiet. John, make a decision. Let's go.
Well, you gotta give me marching orders.
I'm not awkward. I'm just
No,
like
I
I'm
know.
waiting for the decision to happen. I mean, I've just got these 6 uniforms, and they all
Is it still that
need to fit
evening?
you.
Yes.
Okay, so during the evening, we can all Winter Sun together, and in the daytime, we can regular clothes ruckus.
So we get 2 ruckuses. See, you're okay
More-
now.
more-
right?
Sorry,
rock
people are
out.
investing themselves in Magician by Raymond D. Feist, so I got really excited about that.
Oh,
We're getting double ruckus?
Yes.
Yes, double
we can
ruckus.
double ruckus.
Okay, however that works, I'm in.
All right. So Winter Sun
Will
tonight.
double the ruckus be okay?
Yeah.
Will you accept double the ruckus? Okay.
Dad, will that make it up to you if we go ruckus in the morning again? We'll go ruckus
well,
for
now I have
brunch.
to remember that I didn't actually gain my lashes. Oh, but that's fine. Whatever.
We're evening Winter Sun ruckusing, and
Yep,
morning civilian clothes ruckusing.
So you now have a full set of uniforms.
Hell yeah.
There are 5 of you,
Oh, does someone give Jenny a weapon?
6 with Ricardo.
Where's your weapons?
I don't carry weapons, other than the 2 knives in my boots.
Your knives are fine.
Okay.
Oh, you got the whole 9 yards. You got the weapons.
I assume these people carry swords.
Yeah, there's swords, there's pistols, there's, you know.
I'm like, they're a mercenary outfit, so I'm sure that they have some variety
Yep.
aside from their standard issues. So just live your best life.
She loves Kasha, but she thinks that guns are...
Cowardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Are
I know
you-
those things.
Megan agrees with you.
Well, that's why you're the one in front doing the punchy things,
Always.
and you can protect your squishy gunman.
I'm used to ship, so I'm like, I can't always actually punch, so I do need something to bridge that gap.
Well, that's why I have wings.
Literally.
So, all of you can wear uniforms, Ricardo included. That includes you, Evine, because we have to specify.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait. So there's 6 of them. Who's wearing the squad leader?
It would either be me or Ricardo. And I think of the 2 of us, Ricardo's the one that actually has, like,
He has
soldiery leery
Yeah, he
experience.
has
he's the
experience
most
in this.
believable.
Yeah, he can easily pass as a unit leader for a mercenary organization.
Yes.
Let's go see. Thank you.
All right. So y'all get decked out. Genia, this is not your ideal soldier's uniform.
I hate everything about this place.
He's got the cloak.
I keep adjusting the trousers.
I thought it was just cloaks and hats.
They're too tight.
And we just wore.
Yeah, it's cloaks and hats, but the cloaks, and if you do decide to carry some of the weapons, it does get in the way.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
How does anyone move in any of this garbage? No offense.
Right. Well, Ricardo's fine. He basically just switched his set for this set, and it's like, yeah, it's
At least she's back in pants.
as usual. That cloak is more fancy.
Jimena's actually wearing pants. So she's the opposite. She's like,
But now you can
So
run and
restricting.
jump.
She does it anyway.
yeah, I do that. Jimena does that in skirts. She finds skirts much more free.
Petticoats.
She's not
Bullshit.
petticoats.
Yeah. She's
It
a
doesn't matter.
she's a lady swordswoman.
Wasn't talking
Oh, thank you, Amanda.
Everyone checks their
Yes.
phone.
Yep.
Yes,
Anita.
Anita lead.
Yep.
Fucking hate you. Flush your toilet.
All right. So you're now all decked out, ready to go on your little evening stroll. What's your target? What kind of trouble are you looking to get into?
I point at Hafton Lieberg's, Hafton Lieberg's, like, abode. I'm like, I want to go in there and just start breaking shit, but, you know, if maybe that's a little much, you know, that's fine too. But, I think the point is to technically, like, frame him or something. I don't know. I don't really care anymore. I don't.
Ricardo says, well, without directly going to his place, we technically could hit any of his establishments.
And then just right when he was here.
That has the gun nests, or that has the fortifications.
Yeah,
built
close
in.
by. Yeah,
Just realized how
Just-
fake my ring looks.
Fucking break them all.
because that
Yeah,
would
that was the plan, was to go to all his like inns.
that would potentially lead him to question Rafaela as to why she's sending
Yes.
some of his units. So, you know, if we're looking to sow some dissent, we could do worse.
I don't look at the map and slap my finger down on it, and then I find the closest one of his establishments to where my finger is, because I want it to be completely random.
Yeah, it's a hall and gaming den that you land on.
Perfect. So we find someone at like the back of this building, and accuse them and just shout at them that we know what they've done and that they're being abducted. We take them outside and just like tell them, "We're fucking idiots. Fine, go home." Right, and then we go back and yeah, we just rate it like we have to get this guy.
All right.
Just fucking stir it up. And then is there a gun nest on this building or like next to it?
Not immediately next to this spot, but there's like a couple in two of the alleys that lead away from it.
Cool. And then we start a fire.
So
I mean,
We gonna start a fire.
The men are gonna start a fire.
Cool. Okay.
all right. So you start marching down the street.
Oh yeah.
Ricardo is sort of leading the group, and
Why?
I can't.
Why?
I have to.
Why?
Do it.
I can't.
Why?
There was a little pull tabby, so you can take it off cleanly,
What?
and it broke. So this is my life now.
Really?
I have to. I can't.
Whole thing?
Yep.
Like, oh
I'm
my
sorry.
Peel it down.
God, like it's erotic at this point.
I
Like, what do you?
just-
Oh, there's a
It
little
was-
string.
yeah,
Oh, it's just
Oh,
the
no.
little G-string at the
Look at
bottom.
that little
Oh.
belt. Oh, there it goes.
Oh my, scandalous!
That's festive.
Wow,
I just-
and you just keep crinkling like right towards the mic.
I just.
No, ow.
Welcome to the Centaur ASMR. It would just awkwardly rub plastic on the
not.
microphone.
Yeah, it's just-
That's the sound of my neuroses.
It sounds so
Sound like-
crinkly.
That's the sound they make in my brain. It's upsetting.
Look, you made Megan leave.
Sounds like a hit song.
Me too. I'm also upset.
I
I don't know
so
whether to shit or go blind.
I wish the mic picked that, like just from afar. I have
They
to
might have actually.
I heard it, kind of.
Yeah. See?
Welcome, internet.
So yeah, at least a couple times as you head down there, you run into other patrols, and Ricardo gives the tip of the hat to the fellow captain, and there's some waves exchanged and
You're going through it.
just small pleasantries, but just
Oh yeah, because we're on business. So yeah.
yeah.
Shandy's got her hat pulled down. She's glaring at everybody.
Yeah, that's right. You, the uniform feels heavier for you, Zhenya.
Yeah. It's not my
You
deal.
don't want anybody asking you about it, but
No, it's fine.
this is
No,
this is
let
not
him
your
ask.
uniform.
Because they won't be able to leave alive.
You're not part of this unit,
Yeah. Let's do it.
and so
It's just Rethel behind her. Yeah. They won't be able to go home. I don't know where it's from, but it's evil now. Rethel's the devil on your shoulder. They won't be able to go home later. They won't be able to tell anyone. Do it.
This goes against everything she is.
No,
you're
let the hate flow through you.
Don't listen to that. Put on my angel wings.
She's like, oh, I'm not wearing Matushka. That's why everything's so fucked up today. I never put her on.
Sure.
Anyway, she's holding her pendant. Like,
yeah,
get
it's
me through this shit.
I'm just waiting for you to break because I'm just gonna start going fucking mad. It's gonna be great.
there's a fair amount of discomfort. You're not quite sure, in fact, how anybody wears these for anything. Like the cloak is like, what fabric is this? This
like-
is really heavy.
It's like cutting under my arm.
It's itchy. The hat is kind of wrong, right? Like you feel like
She
you
hates
just,
covering her hair, so
right.
I hate every minute of this.
Everybody else seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did you break your nail?
No. There was a fuzz on the ground, but I thought it was a spider, and I got scared. So, and then I realized it was so I kind of lost my balance. But then I realized it was a fuzz, and I was like, "Oh, that's stupid." And then I turned the light off. But I already lost my balance, and then I hit my finger.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's fine, Megan. That is.
Do you want some ice for that bad boy?
No,
or is
I
it just gonna sting for a little
No,
bit?
it's fine.
Okay.
I think it was more of the.
Yeah.
That is the
took
most
psychic damage.
human
Yeah.
chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
Like that time in our apartment in Montreal where the sink started to overflow and I heard it in the room. And I'm wearing a shirt and no pants, right? Because we're at home and fuck that.
Yeah, why?
And I started to hear the water and I'm like,
Nah.
shit, like what the fuck is happening? Like I'm hearing like that shit spill, right? And I run
Oh.
like a fucking madman
Oh.
and it's tile on the floor
So you
because
pulled a
I don't
Tom
think
Cruise
twice.
and just.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then the moment I veered that corner, there was water all over the floor. My legs went up in one direction, my head the other one. I fall on the fucking floor in the water. Now, like, my entire side is just, like, soaking wet, and the sink is still fucking overflowing and spilling water
I don't even
everywhere.
remember this happening.
Yeah, that.
Was I still asleep?
Must
No,
have-
you came out of the room. You're like, what happened? Because I made a noise, I guess, as I hit the floor. And,
I'm laughing at your face.
well,
John got low.
yeah. Oh, I got low as shit. Weren't anywhere else to go. Like, it was as low as it could go.
Well, the way you said hit the floor it sounded like that's
Well,
all.
that was the point.
Rabbit, it was
Thank you.
John down for real.
So, yeah, like, I was just like, that string of event came out like a fucking bat out of hell. And I was like, well, now I'm well equipped to respond. I'm going to have, like, a giant bruise.
Oh.
So we make it to this
You
gambling
do.
hall?
There's like one instance where Ricardo has to exchange a couple words with one of the lady captains, but it's not. It doesn't feel tense. In fact, like all of them seem exceedingly relaxed, right?
Oh yeah,
the
they got
lady-
this on lock.
The lady basically like just offers a swig of some flask that she had to Ricardo. Ricardo plays the game and sort of takes a swig of it, and they're just like shooting the shit for a few seconds. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're coming out of rotation. We're going by the hall. Good luck with the night shift." And they sort of go on their merry way. You finally hit the game den, and it's hopping in there. There's
Oh,
actually
yeah, it is.
quite a few people. Rethold, this surprises you or not, given how homogenous this town is,
Mhm.
but the hall, the architecture is clearly Castilian, right? Like it has like the sort of multiple arch ceilings, right? But outside of what it looks like and how people are dressed in there, like you could swear it's a Norton game hall. There's booze being served. There's it feels like a good mead hall, right? There's people
Man.
playing games. There's
fuck up the vibe.
well,
Fuck it. That's the whole point. All right, that's fine.
they are and not. Like you look at this and you're like, the vibe is trying.
Is it like fucking Oktoberfest at a bad?
The
Got a
the more racist part of your brain are like,
Uh-huh.
these Castilians are doing beer hall wrongs. Like
Okay.
none of them are able to. They're trying.
all right.
The vibe is trying to
I know you can punch
get
it
in,
because it's offensive.
but
Zhenya is just openly sneering.
All right. So like they're mispronouncing like how to say that like it's just walking through IKEA and you don't know how to pronounce any of it.
it's an adaptation.
Okay.
They're not serving any of the dish.
Mhm.
You're quite sure. I mean, there's ale.
But
Probably
it's
not.
Castilian ale,
Probably not proper ale.
which is beer.
Yeah.
I think in Zhenya's head she goes, stick to drinking wine. But I'm not going to say this out loud because my husband is one of you. My soon-to-be husband is one of you.
Well, he's gonna learn, so
Oh, he's
that's fine.
But yeah, people are having a grand old time in there.
They're enjoying this Chuck E. Cheese farce.
Oh yeah, yes. As far as they know, this is the legitimate experience.
So, are there any Julies or not Julie? What was her name? Judy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are there any?
Oh yeah, Henny
Judies here?
Judy.
Romy
Judy's
with
back.
plus notice. Are you stepping inside?
Are they hoolies
Yes.
Right. Hoolies.
I loudly say, Sergeant, permission to partake of the festivities.
Ricardo turns around. You can't see the top of his face.
Not sure whether or not to.
You just see the grin, like, below the brim of his hat, and he's like, by all means, we're here to do our job, so...
Not the job y'all think
Oh
we're
no,
doing.
I was let off the leash. Oh no.
Zhenya finds the biggest dude she can and challenges him to a drinking contest.
Him and I
Because
got
she can't get
5
drunk.
to notice
Oh, yeah.
any Judies around.
I got.
How many you got?
5.
5.
I got 8 to do the same.
Okay. Anybody else attempting this?
No.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care where the Judy's.
I walk straight up to the bar and order invest in a ridiculous fucking, basically like the drink version of haggis. I'm like, give me the fucked up home shit.
You get a
They
weird.
wouldn't have fucked up home shit.
Yeah, you get like a weird. You get a weird look from this bartender.
Who's not vesting?
No,
Of course.
no,
Okay,
of course not. You're slightly offended as you step into this hall because, one, the music is wrong,
Oh no.
and
It's like walking into
Oh.
Britannia Arms.
all
It's
of
just
the
green
people.
sleeves nonstop.
Well, when you said Oktoberfest, it's the legit idea because everybody wearing outfits that are serving tables are wearing what you would imagine Southerners think.
That you wear all the time.
Yeah, Western
Yeah, it's
dress
the
like.
lederhosen, which you only
Yeah.
actually wear once on the. Yeah.
So
okay.
it's basically the equivalent, right? Like
Fucking
you're
wearing
like
yucatas.
you're like,
and the sandals when it's like, why?
and it becomes all the more egregious because you know the person who owns this
Oh yeah.
knows fucking better,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And when they're like, oh, we don't, or so no speaking Vestin at all, right? There's not.
No.
Now everyone here is Castilian pretending to be Vestin.
Cool. And
That's
when,
right.
And when it's obvious they don't even speak the language, I say in very slow and loud Thean, I describe the drink in gory detail.
There's a hint of panic
Yeah.
in the bartender's eyes, and he flags one of his assistants, a lady,
Yes. Let me talk to your manager. I am Norse Karen right now.
and
That's
she
what's
starts to take notes as you
Oh, thank you.
you explain
Oh,
what
okay.
this drink is like.
Now it's a
She's-
learning experience.
Yeah, now I gotta fuck it up, and I throw some shit in there that will never fucking fly in this drink. Almost got John. Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
th-
put in
this
some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. No, it's gotta get that kick.
this guy realizes your trouble because, despite the uniform, you're clearly Vestin. There's no hiding it. You're also Winter Sun, so
I had to get really creative finding all the extra cloth to make this
Or
fit
not.
right.
I just be like, no, it's fine.
no,
Just
these
be extra
It's,
tight
yeah,
with
it's
the
just
buttons
yeah,
popping.
it's like fucking high
There.
waters.
well they're half cloaked, so you can rock it on one side and it'll be fine.
So she's just like,
I flip it around and use it as a bib.
Just flip it to the front.
Nice, give the
And then
winter
I
sun
order the
emblem
gefilte
right there.
fish.
Oh man.
Oh god,
And I'm like, where? And yeah, I flip the cape around like a bib. I'm like, let's go.
yeah.
I'm here to party.
There's like a lot of I'm not sure we have all the ingredients for that.
What ingredient? There's lye and fish. There's 2 ingredients.
Well, the
and
lie
time.
the lie is you
the
sort
lie
of-
is us. We are the lie.
It's like we have fish, but and there's multiple attempts to try to steer you towards
Well, we'll just put
the
white
menu
wine on it. He'll never
and
know.
the items that they serve. But you're clearly flustering this barman. Meanwhile, this lady's in the back trying to make your drink.
Oh my god, I'm the Italian in the Starbucks ordering in Italian.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
That's right.
Jenny's keeping her hat low and challenging anyone to a drinking contest.
Well, you find
In Castilian.
the bigger man is this Castilian dude. He's surrounded by 3 ladies and 2 dudes who are clearly all arm candy.
I will take them all. And
And he's
not
at
know
the
it.
table, and this guy he's cosplaying Vestin.
Oh
But
my god.
but
What's notice now?
yeah,
Hold on.
because if Retold sees that he's got a necklace with teeth on it,
Oh,
Like-
motherfucker. Oh.
you know
That's
clearly
my
these
jam.
are fake, right? His shirt is open till his belt.
Oh, they're gonna be
Right.
his fucking teeth in a minute. Hold on.
He's got the full beard, right? And he sorts of, these folks around him are clearly like fawning all over him.
In Vestin, Zhenya says, "Nice teeth. Did you pull them out of your ass?"
He sort of looks at you, then looks at the people around them. It's apparently clear that his mastery of the Vestal language is lacking. But he's trying not to show that in front of his guests. So he sort of plants himself back down on the seat, very manly-like, and takes a swig of his drink. And then he tries to laugh to diffuse that tension and sort of indicates you to sit as if this is all...
Oh, yeah. That's what she said.
He's still in control, right?
Like mid Karen fit. I hear the actual Vestin, and I know it's Jenya, and I hear the, or did you pull them out of your ass? And I just.
Oh yeah. You like RoboCop. You like RoboCop target and zoom.
Yeah.
On this guy who's.
I found this one.
Yeah, this is like
she got dibs.
the equivalent is like this is a white dude that bought a Viking costume at Spirit Halloween.
And you know it's got the horns, even though it's not
well,
actually a thing.
He doesn't have a helmet. Like he's just like the white linen shirt, right? But he's clearly trying. He's wearing too many rings, you know.
The sash was given to me by the Tsarina of America.
That's right.
That's right. He's seated in a chair that has like a pelt wrapped over it. You're not sure if that's his coat or if he's a regular and he's got the you know.
I turn back around. I'm like, send the gentleman one of each.
Nice.
My compliments.
I can't remember if you speak Castilian.
No.
No, he speaks
But-
the...
Yeah, Thean and Vestin.
For those of you who might still be in earshot, in Castilian, the lady says to the male bartender, "Oh no, I gotta make two." Oh. And she pulls the note back on the counter and pulls another glass and gets into this business again.
It's pronounced Vergerger I Gardek. And in actual Vestin, and what I don't tell them, in Vestin it means the lie.
The bullshit. Where'd
That's
the
right.
truth come
It's
from?
it's like
Jimena.
Two of you have been scouting the room in the meantime. Jimena, this is a little embarrassing to be in here.
Sorry.
But
For so many reasons.
people are having a grand old time in there. Like they seem to be enjoying themselves.
It's like being in a Margaritaville.
Yeah, basically. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
Hakuna Mas.
this is like reverse Cinco de Mayo is basically what it is.
It's like going to one of those like Mexican like immersion restaurants
Yeah.
where they have the mariachis that go table to
Yeah.
table, and you can like see the sadness in those poor Mexican men's eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do they only sing ballads? Because they're dead. Because they have died. No.
Right.
Because they sold their soul to be here.
Both of you do know this. Two people seated at the table that are a little bit away from where the fun is. And they're both very sunny and engaged in conversation with each other and laughing.
There's your Judy's.
Not like everybody else in this hall. They're clearly enjoying each other's presence. Marilena, you got 8.
Mm-hmm.
That looks stage as shit. They're having a playful conversation, but again, just like with the previous lady, like the feeling of that lady at the cafe, like comes back to you as you try to read her. There's some emptiness there, right? Like it's not, there's no truth, there's no mirth behind those words. They're clearly there to check the vibe, check the room.
Wait, you mean like, so they're trying to look like, oh yeah, look at us be fake, enjoying ourselves because we're really here to
Monitor.
Oh, okay. But I don't know if we're trying to mess with those people right now, though.
I got
I'm
something from the
curious.
monitor.
Jimena, you catch one of the people. There's a man and a woman, right? Like, and they're seated face to face at that table. Clearly supposed to be a couple, right? Like, they're touching hands, like, periodically. You catch the woman, like, sort of looking back, surveying the room a couple times.
So one of their names Caroline.
It is now.
Genia, you're engaging this gentleman,
This asshole.
which you find, you speak Castilian,
Yeah.
right? So you have no problem figuring out that this gentleman's name is Julio, because all the time,
Frown.
his arm candy, men and women, are basically just like, who is that, Julio? Is that a friend? You know, like they're all fawning over him, right? And he leans back in his chair, like against the pelt, just sort of like sprawling into it. And of course he's fucking drinking out of a horn, because
Why not?
why not, right? And he's like, so, what brings one of the illustrious winter sun to my table?
In Castilian?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have a drink with you. She's trying really hard to, like, swallow
Yeah. No.
the anger, the idiocy, and her accent. And trying her best at her Castilian. Which is good. She has all the grammar. She just has that accent.
He's like, well, you came at a good time. Julio came about a fortune at the table tonight.
He didn't.
Oh no,
He
we talked to
fucking
third
did.
fucking
Yes.
person.
Yes.
God damn it.
Wait, what happened? I wasn't paying attention.
He referred to himself as Julio.
In the third person.
Oh no.
Oh, you've come
Yeah,
at the right time,
exactly.
because Julio came into some money.
Yep. Come,
I am Julio.
have a seat. And he sort of snaps his finger, and one of the gentlemen sort of steps about. He doesn't even call him by name. He's like, a chair for my new friend. And he sort of brings you like an ostentatious
I wish I had a...
wood and iron mug that he places in front of you, and pours ale into it.
Virginia kind of like turns it like, ugh. What is this garbage? This isn't the right wood.
It says the best in investing.
Right? Yeah, it just says the best in on
Yeah.
there.
She does the thing where she pulls the chair and then spins it and straddles it. You've come into some money.
Luck was on my side tonight.
I bet you can't hold on to it.
Ho, 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 ho. Is that a challenge?
Of
And
course.
you hear like a sugary,
Mm.
yeah, like you get like a kind of like a ooh from like the people around him.
I'm gonna punch them all. Just speed bang.
Fans-
A whole row of them. Are just fucking-
Fans start to pop out.
Ugh. I hate it.
Zhenya says, I will challenge you to an arm wrestling match.
You hear some giggling.
The little petite.
Yep. You hear some giggling around Julio, and he just bursts out laughing.
You don't think I have enough to win?
Hold on, I've never said that. But not every night that one of our great mercenary members comes to challenge Julio, and he drops his mug
Did it again.
and just like stands up, very, very. He's not subtle in the slightest. Like there's too much theatrics in the way he stands up, and then very dramatically starts to roll up his sleeves as he says,
Real Vestons don't have sleeves.
you have a mental checklist of like,
Oh no, I've moved on to other pursuits.
here's all the errors.
Because I'm pretty sure.
This is a comedy of errors indeed.
I'm pretty sure Jimena Zhenya.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Zhenya would already put out that vibe to not mess with her prey.
Well, this is mine.
And
Oh,
so
yeah, no.
I'm like, oh, so you're like the man, so you're like the on duty manager, right? Okay, great. I have some questions about some of your decorations. So I'm like, why is it like this? Why isn't it like this? Why? I basically go full fucking nerd on the whole thing.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You get the employee textbook answers
Yeah.
as to why, right? Like it's like, well, our patron
Which patron?
brought these things from Veston. Oh, Mr. Nyberg,
from
of course.
Liberg?
Yeah,
Nyberg?
Nyberg.
Nyberg. So the end's correct. Okay.
You know, at least
Yeah.
some of it's bullshit. There is no way some of this stuff. I mean, some of it, you know, like probably came from home. Some of it, nah, that's not true.
And I start offering to help, and I'm like, get me some chalk. I'll fix it right now. I'm just like,
You get like a very careful, like, well, I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to make changes to the decor without.
yeah, and I'm just like, oh no, it's fine, it'll be fine. We'll get it.
Roll me a panache on this.
They gave us a merchandising plan. We can't deviate.
I mean, I don't actually want them to let me. I'm just fucking carrying it up in here. I'm just fucking sowing
I'm trying
discord.
to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not really a rabbly, browsing type, I guess. By nature.
No, we need some snakes in the grass. Well,
But
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
Russell and
are
I
you trying to get a
shake the
read on the
trees.
place? Are you what are you trying to accomplish?
okay, can I guess kind of do a general, like, read the room situation in order to figure out, I want to know who I could slap and get the loudest reaction from, like,
Okay.
because I just want to randomly slap
You're
someone.
trying to figure out where you can poke to cause the most disturbance. Yeah.
No, I literally want to slap someone in the face, like.
Sure. Sure. Well, give me an empathy roll. You tap into reading this room.
What do I
Evie
roll
and
with the
Jimena,
empathy?
are there any pursuits you want to tackle in here?
Jimena is going to wait until commotion starts,
soon.
and then she's gonna like set some drapes on fire and be like, "Oh no, fire!"
Just 3 out of a straight panache roll, just to keep harassing the waitstaff.
Yeah, it's just enough. Like you drive the panache well enough that like he generally believes you're trying to help. You're just being a nuisance.
Oh
right
yeah.
now,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like you're not being a bad guy. You're just being an annoying good guy.
Oh, I'm the worst
So
customer.
like, what do I roll for a trait?
Let's go with resolve.
Okay.
All right, Jimena, you find some nice drapes. There's some symbols on them. It's dodgy whether that's actually Veston.
I may or may not have commented loudly on them already from across the room.
Yeah. Rethel, those of you who speak Veston would know the stuff that's on there. I mean, at least it's the right alphabet.
It's like people who get kanji tattoos.
It's
where,
it's
like,
clearly English, right? Like it's not
But at least it's not the fake Asian language.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But there's no way. Like this is one of those pieces, Rethel, you would know. There is no way this shit came from home because you're like,
It's
what the
just
fuck?
aesthetically put together.
Right.
I got 11.
11. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, she's hanging by the drapes, but she's still got her eyes on, like creepy Tim Burton couple, like Edward
yeah.
Scissorhands.
Yeah. You get that vibe. They're both dressed like in the very ultra Vatican Castilian blacks, right? Like it's all black and white accents, right? Like they're very monochrome. They stick out,
That's so cool. I dig it. My little goth heart.
right?
It's an aesthetic.
Yeah. All right, Genia, Julio is done finally rolling up them sleeves. All the while, just, rolling his elbows back, and he's sort of curling his arm a little bit, like you see, like one of his man and woman eye candies,
Just wait till his drink arrives.
admiring the bicep, right?
Genya
Just the one.
unlaces her,
Oh, yeah.
Bracer.
her cuff, her bracer, and
Use some tickets to the gun show.
Right.
Yep, that's right.
It's like, nice guns. Check out the arsenal.
Front row seats.
Yep.
and then does the thing where she like clenches her fist and it cracks her knuckles.
Your biceps have biceps.
It turns out that I too have come into some money today. And pulls out a fat purse. And just clink!
You get like a loud, oh, care to make a wager then? See whose luck is running on tonight.
I bet that I can break your wrist
Yeah.
within 2 seconds of you touching my hand.
Physical harm. Yeah.
The whole group
I need this.
erupts into laughter. And there's like a Julio likes spunk.
Her eyes
Gross.
like glow, like physically glow
I mean,
green
good
under
for
her hat.
Julio. I'm not trying to yuck his yawn, but like it kind of yuck, you know.
Well,
Got
he's
me.
personified yuck. It's not about what he likes. It's, and then he again, like it's a whole fucking ritual to get himself to sit at that table. He's rolling the shoulders, he's cracking his neck, and he's sitting down and he's settling. 2 seconds, is it?
Yes,
How much would you like to put on that?
the whole bag.
Confidence.
Always.
I knew it was a good night. And as he says that, a waitress comes in and drops a glass.
It's got a raw egg in it.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's
got
like floating on glue.
yeah.
You're used
three
to
different
this,
colors.
Genya. Like you come from the land of pickled everything, so it's not.
You're
but
like,
That looks good.
You know, hey, I could drink that.
Can I have one too?
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
the best way to describe it is that when this thing hits the table, like it doesn't have a smell; it has a musk.
ooh.
It.
Genya says, throw in the drink too.
Of fucking course.
Ooh.
He.
Did they shake that?
No, it's got a layer.
Yeah.
It's. It's something.
No, don't throw in the drink too.
If you disturb it too much, the striations don't work anymore.
Ooh. It was a science
Yeah.
experiment gone very wrong.
He sort of looks at that, and again in Castilian, gives like sort of a question to the waitress, like, "What is this?" And she
¿Qué es esto?
she puts like a tray under one arm and just does like a, and she indicates to the bar where. At this point, the barman has left the bar to his associate as he's trying to get Rethel not to step on one of the stools to fix something.
Knee on the bar, hand on the antlers, right?
Yeah, he's
And-
basically trying to slap a chalk out of his hand. Like it's just like a no, like
Sir,
you
no.
can hear
Please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Senor,
If you could
senor.
please-
fragments of like no.
Sir, sir.
There's like thank you every like 3 seconds. He's like, no, thank you. I get the I
Oh,
get
like
the
one of those
idea,
shitty
but I
parents who
can't-
doesn't understand how the no thank you's supposed to work. But yeah, just in time, I look over and I shout, "Invest in." Basically, something to the effect of, "Don't let the door hit you on your ass on the way out." Just something super degrading.
Yeah.
I was like, you should yell something to Zhenya so she knows not to drink it. It's for him.
Well, if you're gonna make that mistake,
Well, I mean, she'll drink it. It doesn't matter. She cast iron stomach. It really doesn't matter.
But yeah,
Well-
no, I mean, blatantly at him.
Yeah.
Deferred, you know.
And Zhenya goes, oh, it is good. Very authentic. No, she can't say that. It's lying.
Yeah.
She can't say that. It's straight up lying.
But she can say it's good.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
To Zhenya, like that's something you would try.
Yeah. I'm here for that.
And from the genuine article.
Yeah.
So you can weave it that way if it occurs to Zhenya. But yeah.
Amanda, the sideboard is amazing.
And then everyone checks their phone.
Badly translated tapestries.
Yep.
So great.
Does you
Jesus
play?
Christ.
Yeah.
Lounge for the week.
Warn the pervert!
I want to know what lounge for the week is.
Exclamation point!
Big fuck. That's what this place is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Racist Park! No!
Yep.
Warn the
Racist
pervert.
Park. Exit. Like the exit is above. It's kind of like, hey, just so you know, this is racist park. You might want to get
So
out.
now you've got to feel like, well, I think
Oh,
you
I
should
cried.
change the name to whatever Veston for Big Fuck Park is.
Big fuck hall.
Or Big Fuck. Oh, sorry. I got it wrong.
I love that
Oh,
the-
I'd cry.
I love the impact of the three big kanjis above it.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
fuck hall.
Oh. Well then.
Amazing. Thank you, Amanda.
That's why we keep you.
So yeah, there is now a not quite open challenge, but a challenge nonetheless. So,
Zhenya offers her hand out to one of his arm candies, regardless of gender, and very sweetly smiles. Will you count for me?
the lady puts a fan to her face, and then looks at Julio, looks at you, looks back at Julio. He's still getting ready, and then he says, "Yes, of course, that's fine." And she immediately steps around. There's a soft giggle as she plants herself like near you. This is real exciting.
Sorry, Kasha.
All right. Well, one of two things is going to happen here. So let me, before you roll your. Well, Julio never backs out from a challenge. So Julio grabs that drink and bottoms up that shit before he steps to you. Some of it spills into his beard.
If this were D&D, you'd have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, weirdly enough, the stuff that spills doesn't smell the same as what you smell when it was in the glass. Yeah, it might be a different layer. Who knows?
It's an over easy egg. See now, it fucks
No.
with
It's
Oh.
poached.
There we go. Yeah.
So it's soggy.
Yeah.
There's clouds up the glass.
Yep. Like a Vestin morning
So beautiful.
on the fjords.
Julio lets out a loud, crunchy burp.
Crunchy burp.
Then another.
Was that your name in college?
Is it a vom?
Then a third one.
It sure do hit like that sometimes.
As his body's just doing fisticuffs with whatever it is that was in this glass. And he sort of clears his throat once, twice, another burp, and then
If he looks back over, I'm gesticulating towards the hair on my chest, but I shout in Vestin, yeah, it'll make your balls drop, because obviously they haven't yet.
he you get like he looks at you, and he does like the drinking bro, like,
Oh.
as he gives a thumbs up towards you. Genia, you see him like sort of wipe his forehead a little bit. His eyes are clearly tearing up.
Jimena leans behind her drapery that she's chilling by and goes,
Polonius motherfucker.
it's like, hey. Just like into the shadows.
Nice.
Evine, somebody's haying at you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The
10.
shadows say yes back apparently.
You're here, right?
There's
But
clearly...
us chickens.
You can see behind the curtain, right? Like, it's not that dark. There's nobody there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think she knows that. She just doesn't know where Evine is, but she knows how to talk to her.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
¿Dónde?
Todeki.
I don't know. She's like in a shadow behind the bar.
It was like she's sitting on a ledge somewhere with her feet kicking like a little kid.
Do you have clear line of sight to these two? Over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Judy and Jethro.
Right.
So, when I give a signal,
Which will be fire.
When I set shit on fire.
Which is the signal.
I think she implied already what needed to be implied there.
Yeah, it's Imena talking.
yeah. Like,
Which we all approve. Like, this is
when I give a signal, I mean, like, maybe don't shoot them, but I need something to hit that table
Just kind of shoot him. Just wing him.
Just a little.
to
Run at them with an arrow. Just stab one.
disperse them, and maybe make that one run this way. Okay? Like,
Okay.
whisper. Like, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Marilena,
Mm-hmm.
you got 11 to read this room.
Yep.
Most of the room is... It's almost sad, really. They're having a great time. They're really enjoying
It's
this.
just a bunch of Destin
Yeah.
babes in J-Town.
They
like,
don't-
I get it. Like,
they
I feel
don't
bad at
know-
a certain
They're all in
level.
cosplay.
No.
Any
and
better?
You know,
And they're cutting loose, right? Like they're sort of like they're
It's
allowing
TGI Fridays and it's
themselves
Friday.
to
Mm-hmm.
just have fun.
thank God
It's
Julio
silly.
said Julio in the third person because I almost felt bad. So he's just cosplaying. He's just trying to be.
No.
But yeah, no, he deserves it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Break
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking wrist.
There's a few folks in there who don't have the same exuberance, right? They're not throwing themselves at this the same way.
The poor friends that got dragged that long.
The two people at the table are two of
I
them.
like this, but I
You
really
also
It's the Hello Kitty pop-up shop. We gotta go.
feel
Wait, sorry, I totally spaced out for a second. What did you say before the two people at the table?
well, I said these two clearly are not having the same exuberance,
Okay.
right? Like they're not in here to cut loose and have fun and do the silly thing, right? Like you get a vibe, to give you a modern equivalent, like as if you walk into California into a country bar like those Sal used to go to. Like this is what it is. It's like we're gonna be cowboys tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's like going to Saddle Rack.
Isn't that K-bar?
No,
Oh.
Should be.
no, it's where all the hyphy bachelorettes
It's where, like,
go
you go to ride the electric bull and shit.
and
but-
drink pink Cosmos.
There's a few people who don't
And
fit
woo
that
a lot.
profile.
Oh, that's the mating call.
The two you flagged earlier are two of them. You also spot there's at least a couple off-duty Winter Suns in here.
Two off-duty Winter Suns?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we should peg those.
You want to slap them? Because that's what I'm doing.
Oh, hell yeah.
And yes, this is the next part. You want to know what would cause the most ruckus right now? That would be them, because Genia is already tackling a part of that. That Julio guy is obviously a fixture at this place. He's pretty popular. He's probably one of the whales at this establishment.
Almost feel bad.
He can still spend money with a broken wrist.
Yeah. That's not gonna kill him. It's gonna break the wrist of his ego. But yeah, if you were to go to one of those Winter Sun soldiers and just slap them, that's unheard of. That unit is known for its cohesion. There's no dissent within the Winter Sun. It's the best, tightest company in all of southern Castile, maybe in all of Thea. The members are siblings.
Wow. Okay, so what do I have to roll to just get up there and slap him? Do I roll anything?
Or
It
we
doesn't
just-
need to. It's not. I'm not doing it hard enough to really hurt because my brawn is.
Oh, you want to get
I
the
just want.
sound.
I want the
across.
sound. Yes.
Is that a panache?
Yeah. It's all
Plus
panache.
performance.
Or notice?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Do like a
Performance.
performance.
Yeah.
You're doing the equivalent of like daintily pulling off your
There is no
blood and
performance.
Oh, there is a
slapping it.
perform. What?
Is
I've only
there?
got one.
Oh, I have 3 in perform because I tell stories.
Okay, well, fine,
forgot.
fine. Everything's fine.
I haven't used that. I don't understand how long.
Yo, add 3 dice. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a
all
hero
right. Thank you.
Hey,
Because I want.
team player.
I need to hear that. I need to hear that. Blap.
We need to hear yakety sax.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sound the fucking alarm. Let's go.
Give me that roll because there's multiple things that are about to happen here in quick succession.
I was about to start trying to inspire the masses, but this is even better. Let's get this ruckus fucking started.
I mean, I figure we should probably actually have some violent action occurring. 2.
Ricardo is planted on the side of a room, just nursing a drink,
I got 6.
watching what is happening.
Yeah.
6?
Yes.
This
Okay.
is my new family.
If any of you look towards him at any point, like he's cringing, like his head looks like it's about to turtle into his body at the
Oh.
sight of Julio.
He's not even offending anything I represent. It's just gross.
Well, it's offending on both sides of the spectrum because he's
okay.
like, ugh, like this is embarrassing.
It's
I
like
know,
it's one of the things where it's like not all of us, I swear.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Ricardo is like,
He doesn't represent us. I'm sorry.
he's brought his friends to this place, and now they're like, oh
fucking
no.
Naruto fucking ruin it for everybody.
He's like, I know actual Vestan people. Like this is really embarrassing.
He keeps saying I have a friend who's Vestin, so it's okay, but he doesn't actually.
Julio doesn't count.
Definitely does not.
Okay, you got 6.
Oh yeah.
You march on. You embody you're a member of the most well-respected military company in the city, the Keepers of the Peace, and so you march there, almost military-like. You walk up to this man as he's talking with his table. He looks at you. He looks like he's about to address you because he clearly sees the uniform.
Do you pull off your glove and like?
Your hand comes out and whips back, and you suck that mofo right in the
Yeah,
face
backhand.
and knock him off his seat with a full-on slap.
Oh, four fingers set in the face.
Right? As this happens, this guy is close to climbing on the bar, to prevent, like, he's just sweating
I
bullets
hoist
at
him
this
up and
point.
start singing. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking party. Yeah, it's
He's-
good.
We're on the
Please,
bar now.
please, sir, please put me down.
Just- yeah.
Please put me down. I can't. I
I
really can't have. I'm really trying to be promoted here. Like, I can't.
appears in
I
my
can't.
hand, and I put it in his. Right.
Right. And he says, I really can't have a disturbance here tonight. And as he says those words, you hear the.
I just keep smiling. I'm like, shit-eating grin. Oh, I know where that came from. Oh.
And then you hear 1, 2.
Yep. It goes almost pretty much exactly like that. Like, there's. Julio's just planting his eyes in yours. Like he's trying to cast a spell on you. Right?
Oh.
Like he's staring into you.
Man, he thinks he's hot shit, but he's
I'm
not.
magic incarnate.
The
You
lady
don't understand.
behind you is just fluttering her fan, and
Probably because
she
he farted.
she
One of
after
those
that
gnarly
And the
drink,
drink did its magic. Oh yeah.
someone's gonna have a bad night, broken wrist, and like whatever this drink does to his insides.
Good
You
luck,
don't want to
Mike.
stay for the
Good
aftermath.
luck wiping with your offhand. The struggle gonna be real.
I can attest to the fact that is really difficult.
Right?
That's right. You
Someone
never
just gotta
think
get
about
the other
this.
hand.
I was gonna say that Zhenya was gonna offer her left hand. She's like, no, I want him to be at his strongest.
Right. If you want to make a demonstration,
Yeah.
and there's like pin drop, right? Like he's just looking, and then he sort of nods very brusquely towards the lady behind you as she gives you the 3, 2, 1, go.
Clasp.
And as it begins, that man has nothing on you. You're a legend at this.
This is what I was born for.
You feel the slightest resistance, and then you lean into it, and you slam his hand on the table. The table cracks and caves. There's a drink that spills on the ground, and at the moment you hear that crack again. Elsewhere in the bar, someone gets slapped, and then you hear, just like right after the slap, the whole retinue just like erupts. One of the gentlemen like just lunges towards Julio, like, oh my god, is he hurt? Right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and when he pulls his hand from the table, like his hand is about like this big.
Like a weird angle.
Yeah,
It was like it's just like
yeah.
skin holding it.
It's not looking good. It is.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, just
Yep.
with the scalpel.
No bones left.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks bad. You broke more than the wrist.
Oh, that means I did not win the
You
bet.
broke the wrist. You also broke several parts of the hand.
Oh,
It's pretty apparent. It makes a pretty sickly noise as the gentleman sort of props it up.
the most wicked grin you've ever seen in your life. On those full cheeks and freckles.
Julio, for all the composure and swagger he had,
Oh,
bellows like a wounded animal. It just all coming out. And after drinking that drink, his breath doesn't smell great. Like it's right in your face.
oh.
So after the pause of the slap, there's just a.
Yeah. There's a slap, the sound of a table breaking, a very cocksure gentleman turning into an air raid siren, and somebody falling off their seat, like head over heels, just backwards. As you hear expletives in Castilian, just, what the fuck? What was that? What was that for? Like, you just
I don't like your face.
I pull the guy on the bar with me closer. I'm like, you and your coworker should leave.
You. The only thing you
Which
hear.
one of these is the signal?
Somewhere in
And
Vian,
answer is yes.
somewhere in a corner, Vian's like,
So just shoot now.
Evine is having a Batman and the bomb situation. It's just like, one of these is the signal. I don't know which.
Well, Jimena didn't do any of them, so it's not the signal.
Yeah, as you pull...
I don't see any fire yet.
You pull the bartender to your
Oh, yeah,
face,
just-
and
just-
you're just like you and your fellow employee should leave. And all you hear in your ear, like his eyes are not even on you, like they're looking at the scene around,
yeah.
the table breaking, the brawl that's starting, and all you can hear is just, oh no. Oh no. Just repeat it.
Yeah.
Big grin, yes. Leave.
Yeah, as soon as it's like slap, crack, wail, and then oh no, there's fire!
It's like as soon as no, just
Yep.
oh no.
Yep. Brethel,
Okay,
in
you're
your
right.
ear, there's like the no stop, and it's like, of course there's fire. There's fire.
Cuddle. Like,
It's just a little laugh.
Jenny slips her
As soon as there's fire, the bean would fire, and I got a 9
Ooh,
to
fire.
make it come in a direction that would make this person be like, "Oh my gosh, someone's shooting at me!" Run the opposite way.
Yep. Yeah, Evine, you had plenty of time for your setup.
Arrow comes from underneath the table.
They're under the table. Roll away.
So fucking stupid.
Right. This guy takes a swig of his drink, and an arrow comes out of it and pierces him in the eye. Without being that crazy, the arrow seems to come out of a wall and does strike the gentleman in the back. So he's talking. Jimena, the lady has her back to you. So you see his face, and he puts his drink up, and when he puts his drink down, there's the head of an arrow poking out of his neck.
Hell yeah.
And so, like, he's sort of mid-sentence, but the mug falls to the table, and he starts to slump over. Immediately, the lady is just, like, high alert, right? Like, she hits the deck because there's clearly somebody shooting from an impossible position behind this dude. So she ducks to try to get herself some cover, pulls out a knife, and then starts to make her way across the room towards you. She has to make a beeline because this silliness is happening. This guy is rolling back to his feet. He's pretty drunk, so he's fumbling for a sword. You see the other lady that you flagged as off-duty prophet sword also getting to her feet immediately in response. She's coming to the aid of her bro, but they're not fully like military response mode because the guy is still, what the fuck? Like, just he's trying to reconcile.
I feel like my next action is probably gonna be to.
Slap her.
No, actually, I was gonna pull her leg so that she falls on her ass.
I was gonna say, take your sword and just thwap her in the back of the knee. So she's like, oh!
Kiss her.
My husband wouldn't like that.
Yeah, Julio.
You kiss plenty of people for luck.
Oh well.
You can pass
right.
off bad luck.
Yep.
Look at that sweet boy. Sitting on the
Yeah.
floor.
nice sweet boy.
Like a regular person.
Like a regular cat.
Aww.
Who can go on the floor.
Look at that.
Oh, what a banana.
With his banana.
Baby pictures.
Yeah, that table is lady has not changed her spot behind you. She's clearly weighing her options at this point. There's a lot of like, Julio, what happened? Like, what?
Shayna
What
picks
is
up her
going on?
bracers,
But no one can hear
tightens
him.
it back on.
Oh yeah. He's
Picks
not
up the
responding to
money.
any questions. He's bellowing. And Genia, it becomes very apparent that your comrades are sowing the seeds of dissent very openly at this point. The drapes are on fire. The bartender might have turned into a ghost at this point. He's just white as a sheet.
His soul just left out of
Yeah,
his
no,
mouth.
my heart goes out to him as a
This
as
point-
a customer service representative.
You're not far from the truth. If he could just expunge his soul through his mouth and leave his body behind to go faster,
That would be best.
he would do it.
Just his physical form
Right.
offs off and crumbles
He's
to the
like,
bar.
all this fucking flesh is slowing me down.
That's right.
I am going to leave that behind and get the hell out of Dodge.
Genia turns to the girl and says, "Was that 2 seconds or 1?"
There's a pause, and she's I think it was 1.
That means I did not win the bet.
No, I think you won.
No, it was...
One of the gentlemen sort of casts her eye back at her, like, you know. It's like, no, like, fair is fair. Like, I think, you said within 2 seconds, so one counts.
You're right.
I love how they haven't noticed the fire yet.
Well, that's coming. Part of it is because
Genia's her own aura.
they're very close to Julio, who's very unmanly.
Squealing. Just practicing
yelling.
his arias right
And
now.
it's getting higher pitch too, because the gentleman is trying to help him.
Oh no!
Clearly
you gotta
not medically
You
trained.
need to snap that
Everything
sucker back. Yeah,
everything he touches is just agony.
Oh, Genia can't leave that. She picks up a piece of the broken table and rips off a piece of that hideous cloak. And then quickly wraps his arm.
Oh yeah, leave evidence. Good idea.
Yes. Quickly wraps his arm. Don't move it for at least 2 moon cycles.
But it's more like, don't move it for at least. Because
Yeah.
there's the.
He sort of pauses a little bit, but no words manage to come out. He sort of nods his head. He's sweating at this point.
I'm surprised he hasn't chucked yet.
Yeah,
And
I'm like,
then-
I would have gotten out of the way of his face a long time ago.
And then his eyes sort of set on something behind you, and like you hear like in a hoarse, sort of slurred words like, "We have to get out of here." Like the fires just engulf the curtains.
Oh, alright. Collects all her winnings, stuffs them in her pockets. Okay, we should go.
And he sort of
So
does
nonchalant.
not even acknowledge it. He gets wrapped with his crew. They try to get out.
When Jimena notices that not enough people are responding to the fact that the place is on fire,
I'm about to
Yeah.
chuck a stein of
She
fire
basically,
at it.
like-
I go, oh no! Yeah, and I just yeet a
Yeah,
stein
no.
full of ale.
oh no, flash over.
It is clear at this point that there is panic settling in. People are scrambling for any and all exits they can find. They're not following any kind of fire marshal code. It's, some people are running in directions where there are no exits. You get slightly worried there might be a stampede, but everything is so disorganized. It's like, well, they're not all going in the same direction. The barman is now trying to get people to funnel out.
Oh, don't run.
I shout, this place is a powder keg. And
Fire in the second row!
I'm
I
gonna
notice him.
Good job, Manda.
How thin are these walls?
Paper.
The exterior walls
Yes.
are not that thin. Like, this is a decently sized room, and it's like I said, like it has like the good like arched.
So it would take me
It's good stone.
it would be a challenge for me to make a Reffold size hole through a wall.
It's Kool-Aid Man.
Hey, you want to
Yeah, that's
Kool-Aid?
basically what I was
You're
gonna
gonna
do.
reverse Kool-Aid.
It would be a challenge. would not necessarily be impossible.
Yeah. Is there any like?
With enough headway.
Yeah, I'm like, is there any like stupid anvils or just anything I can yeet through a wall?
I mean, I can eat a wall.
No, it's gotta be natural.
Okay.
No, you're kind of natural. I'm like, how big's this bar? Like, what's this bar made out of? Is it stable? Is it part of the floor? Like,
You're gonna eat the bar. Into
You
the
can
wall.
grab a section of it.
yeah, no, that's where we're going.
There's an L.
yeah.
The corner side.
Yeah.
You're looking at it. It's bolted. You can lift that sucker up.
Yeah. Every man for himself.
It's bolted into wood, so you can tear it up.
Yeah.
So while all this is happening, Jimena pulls off one of her end tools
Oh.
and just pours it onto a corner of her cloak. And as soon as that lady is in reaching distance,
You got a chloroformer.
oh yeah, like with the cloak,
Hell
I am
yeah.
the knight. Just
Hell
like,
yeah.
Roll me
Sweet.
a finesse. I'm gonna let you use weaponry because you're familiar with your ampules.
These are familiar tools.
Yep.
Alright, so that's an automatic
Um,
success.
There's straight panic in this hall now. People are trying to get out. People are trying to bust through windows.
Zhenya abandons her costume and genuinely is trying to help people out.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are my people doing?
6 brawn
Yeah.
plus.
Are they
yeah.
are they trying to leave?
No, there's in the front at this point, and this gentleman will meet it. He's reaching for a sword, and will meet you in battle. The lady's coming to back him up.
All right. So, do I have to make an approach? What are we doing?
We will in a second.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear how this last thing goes,
Oh,
and then we go.
six
We go into approach.
6 brawn plus athletics to make a new door using this bar top.
Okay.
Bella Bartok.
You take a moment to sort of look at where you're gonna chuck this thing so it can do what you want it to do. You find a spot close to a window. Works like a charm. You shot put this
Yeah.
piece of the counter into a wall. It
I got
shatters.
11.
Fuck yeah.
11.
She
Yeah.
goes nighty night. You sing her a fucking
You turn into
I
that
have
man.
legendary trait and finesse, and then I have quick reflexes and weaponry, so
Yeah.
I get all that.
You turn into Batman, and just that lady disappears into your cloak.
Somewhere Avine's like, nice.
El Cuervo.
Right,
Can help make a literal shadowy retreat for them.
that's right. It's the Winter Sun cloak too, so you just engulf her in it, and she goes limp into your arms. Yeah, she's down. She'll be down for a little while. With an 11. Yeah, you're pretty sure she'll be out
Nice.
for a bit.
Taking her with me.
All right, everybody's still in the hall. At this point, there's now a brand new door that has been secured by Rethold after he ripped part of the bar off the floor and shot put it at a wall. There is now not quite tall enough for you to walk through, but if you hunch over,
Oh, I'm encouraging people through it,
right.
but I'm not actually leaving.
Everybody else still in the bar that is not getting out will make approaches
Okay.
because now there's hostility.
So my thing is, I'm gonna yank, I'm gonna like pull on the ankle of the lady, but I'm actually going to, Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna try to hit this guy. I'll draw my weapon, but I want to actually wait for him to try to attack me and then just make him look as stupid as possible. Like,
Sure.
I want to help him make mistakes
Okay.
by just, moving around him and then just kind of like, making him trip at the wrong moment type thing.
Okay. Well, you announced that your pole was going to be your first move, so I'm going to have you roll that separately. Roll me
Okay.
a finesse weaponry.
Okay.
And then roll me, I guess that would be the same roll, a second finesse weaponry as your actual approach, as you're going to tangle with this dude.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. Who else?
Has everyone? Have the innocents been gotten out?
Well, there's still many.
That's Jenny's focus right now.
Okay.
She knows you people can take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
She's trying to get the innocents out.
The room did not empty that fast.
Yeah.
The commotion, the slap and sort of tumble sort of put a dent into that.
Yeah.
People were clearly not expecting anything of the sort to happen. This shit doesn't happen in Lisso.
Nope.
It does now.
Hell yeah.
So, there's still panic and people are sort of funneling in a lot of different directions.
Yeah. So it's just her main goal is to get people out.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Are you physically helping them out? Are you calling out to people to sort of try to direct the crowd?
Whatever needs to be done.
Okay. I'll have you roll. Let's go with you know what? I'll let you roll panache and warfare because you can tap into your
Calling commands.
your military training to at least try to direct this, because basically physically aiding them will work for those that are close to you, but this is a big room
Yeah.
and people might tuck themselves in corners.
Yeah. As people tend to do.
I got
Yep.
a 4 and a 6.
Okay. 4 for the pole.
Mhm.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. Who else is taking action?
Jimena, for the moment, is gonna find a place to stash this lady. Preferably outside where she can't accidentally die of smoke inhalation.
Sure.
We just put her on the floor. She'll be underneath it. It's fine.
I guess that's true.
We'll take her out
But
when we're done.
put a blanket around.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Jimena, for the moment, is gonna find a place to stash this lady. Because
Okay.
she needs to talk to her later. But
Yeah, panache plus perform to basically convince everyone that the house is on fire, the roof is caving in. We all gonna die up in here right now.
Yeah.
All right.
This place is a powder keg.
it's like, get the fuck out.
That's right.
Well, you told me to do things. Pork chop sandwiches.
What's your sandwiches? Oh.
What the fuck with these ones? Fuck you, ones.
I don't know
Oh
why
my
I
god.
love these fucking things so
They
much.
came in a triplet.
Kills
Half
me
a
every time
fucking
I
six
watch
pack.
them.
Okay.
The fucking fire expert with his weird ass fucking helmet. You can't understand a damn thing he says.
Hey kids, I'm
It's
a
like that.
computer.
No, that's it.
Stop all the downloading. Love computer. Who wants a body massage?
That's
Body massage.
you gun to my head. That's what I was.
Your
Where's the
ass
boss?
just got sad.
And then the humming.
Don't forget your
Bottomless
sandwiches.
hum. Oh. Just picking this fucking live wire off the ground.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What was that,
Good times.
Amanda?
Good
Oh, I said, don't forget your sandwiches.
Yeah.
Not an approach. Just don't forget your sandwiches.
Look at all your cute little hats.
Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick. Anyway, my approach would be if anyone is going to be causing a problem or impeding people exiting, they're going to get arrowed.
G.I. Joe.
Perfect. Your usual role. You're trying to basically hasten people exiting the building.
Yeah.
Arrowed. Ow, my skin.
Right. Does your mother still hang out at Dockside Bar?
That's right, there it is. I couldn't fucking remember it. God damn it. I was like, there's something about his mother. He cast aspersions on his mother, and I can't remember them. God damn it.
My God, it's like looking in a mirror.
So many references I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
Those,
We gotta have a marathon then, that's all.
yeah, those dubs
They're
of
all
those
real quick.
old G.I. Joe PSAs.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That one is specifically like the fucking sailor dude like talking to a kid, and he's
I mean,
like,
I've watched those, but I don't memorize them.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
Very
clearly that's because you two aren't
inside
cool
me.
enough.
Or we are cool, but in a different way.
We're too cool for this school. Like how?
I'm gonna be right here with Lisa drinking my tea.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I was just told that someone was watching Critical Role, and now they want to play D&D, so I've been activated. I'm sorry.
oh,
Yeah, I think that is.
that's the bad signal.
As much as I've not watched it, I have to continue to thank them for.
I like
fucking-
when people want to play
Yeah,
games.
I
I
mean,
also
you-
started
Let me get you. Oh yeah, let me
You
show you.
support
Yeah, let me
new
show you how
entries
it's-
in the lobby.
I started 2 new games in the last month. I have a problem.
Well,
I have the same problem you have. Just
you're in a position to get newbies in the game.
I know. I love it.
Jimena, we'll go for yours with like a finesse athletics.
That's 9.
9. All right.
That's low, Manda. Are you rolling okay?
Right?
Yeah, I only got 6.
Okay.
With my get the fuck out of here.
And I got lower rolls, but those weren't my best skills I was using.
I had 7.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. As the chaos erupts and Rethold calls for the doom of this place,
Oh Lord!
Ricardo, playing his role as unit captain, shouts over the din that this place has been unsafe and has not followed regulation of the city. By order of the Winter Sun, we're shutting it down immediately. Everybody get out of here. Everybody who works here will be talking to you for questions later, and the patron of this establishment will be contacted.
Gosh.
So he's sort of yelling this as, admittedly, only part of the room is listening, but some interested parties definitely paid attention, including that barman who's gone back to like a oh no mode.
And
Poor
a
thing.
bunch of not
I think it's
Judies.
supposed to be here today.
Well, the not Judies, one of them is dead, the other one is... Yeah. Jimena, Phantom of the Opera, her into her cloak.
I thought there were two others, or were those the Winter Suns?
Yeah, like the two Winter Suns are now facing you. Hear this? And the guy that has a sword out is very confused. Like, he's just looking, and he looks at Ricardo, and he looks at you, and he's like...
What?
He can't even figure out what to ask, right? Like, he's just like...
He
That's
doesn't
my
know
curse,
what
I don't know you.
he doesn't know
What is this? What unit are you from? Like, he's...
This one.
He's sort of yelling.
Steve from Machete Squad. We have a Machete Squad? Yeah, that guy Steve's in it.
I'll probably just say that I'm from the Bitch Slap Brigade or something.
Evine,
From your mom's house.
Yeah.
Not from your mom's brigade.
you're basically
Headquarters
able
in vagina.
to... That was a slow burn, my friend.
It sort of rippled around
Yeah.
the table. It was great.
It was like a grenade. You lobbed it and then you waited for the boom.
That was the big kaboom.
No, it's too bad.
That's what his mom said.
Now my eyes
Yes.
hurt. They burn.
Evine, you're sort of able to use your, like, everybody need to get the fuck out of here move in support of Ricardo, basically calling this place up as shut down by the Winter Sun, because now
Look at all these OSHA violations.
you you can
Some
make
motherfucker. We have a not
Right.
safe for work channel in one of my WoW guilds, and some motherfucker just posted a bunch of OSHA violation videos. Just fucking just. I was like, you're disgusting.
watch the
So
watch the
good.
forklift one. That's the one we keep
Oh,
throwing
no,
to
yeah,
each
oh, yeah,
other
yeah,
at work because
yeah.
we all have to
Fritz,
check it.
yes.
The worst fucking forklift operator in the universe. You watch this happen, it's like, bro, you're backing up in the ditch. It's
You're like
so
yelling
much
at it like your grandma's
basically,
yelling at Augie.
because you're like, no, don't do that. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna break out the fake blood.
Where? Hold on. Yeah, that's a rated.
Anyway, what's Avine doing?
Sorry. Yes.
Evine, this place has now officially been declared it's shut down, and you can now enforce that it's a crime scene as well. So everybody better get the fuck out of here, or else. With 9, you managed to make some very artful demonstrations as to what will happen
Scroll up one.
if people do not follow these orders, which has
No, sorry.
sorry.
the effect of really
No, we've seen the
quickening how much people are getting the
Oh,
fuck out of Dodge.
What?
Yeah.
So between you and Ricardo, like, you sort of take a spot like almost as the second in command here, and at this point, there's no joke. It is generating a lot of confusion with the two existing Winter Sun who have no clue the fuck is happening. And it's enough to distract the lady reaching out and pulling out a pistol. She sort of looks at you and Ricardo and doesn't see when Marlena sort of pulls her leg and she falls hard on her lower back.
She broke her coccyx.
Well, you're not sure, but that cannot be comfortable.
That's a nice way of putting that.
Yeah, she hits the floor hard. The pistol.
Next thing you know.
Yep.
That's twice now.
Yep. Twice tonight we've invoked this. I think the third time we get a private concert.
Yeah, I was like, we invoke him.
We get
Yep.
Usher?
Summon Usher.
I heard she had a baby by Usher.
God damn it.
Sorry.
So yeah, your pull succeeded. That lady's on the floor. Her pistol does not discharge, but she's not gonna have to regroup before she can use it.
Alrighty.
Confusion is clear in the man's eyes. He's has no idea what is happening or why nobody gave him a heads up, because clearly nobody from the Winter Sun would be here if there were actions to be taken.
Why so confused? Do you know how to use your weapon?
You're waiting for him to make his move,
Your
right?
mom sure does.
Heyo.
So, or let me know when we're on to our next.
Well, you're waiting for him to strike, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to hinder him. You pouring all 6 into that? Are you
Absolutely.
okay? Zhenya?
Yep.
The double whammy of Ricardo
Forgetting I get a bonus die. because
yelling
of my
about the shutdown
wound.
and Evine making artful archery display to show that this unit is not fucking around. People are now moving really fast
Oh, there we go.
towards those exits.
Finally.
You managed to play on that as well by preventing some of the panic. So basically people are not going to stampede over each other. They're just quickly ushering out of the room. Myelena, this gentleman at this point has no answers, 1,000 questions, but he has a sword in his hand, and this is the quickest way from point A to point B at this point. He tries to go for a lunge and a stab after watching his compatriot eat shit.
Like for no reason, apparently.
For no apparent reason. She just
yode herself onto the floor.
yeah, basically her legs went faster than her, apparently. Like this is what happened. He makes a lunge for you, and you manage to sort of work with it, right? Like you move along with it, like almost like he's a bull and you're waving the red cloak, and eventually you make like a quick little side step to keep him in range, and he lunges right into a chair, face first, into it, on the table.
I make an obvious, like, I laugh really loud, and that's not normal of Marilena laugh, but just I'm trying to be heard so people can see how stupid this guy looks.
Yeah, he spills drinks like on the table as he trips into it, and
Clearly you need to go back into training.
now he's quickly getting real upset. Like the rational part of his brain is like shutting out. Like you can actually see the switch going off as he's moving from like what is happening to just being consumed by anger. All right. Next round.
Zhenya,
Yes.
I catch your eye amidst the screaming, and I'm like, quick, we need to help our comrades, and I gesture towards the scuffle Marilena's in.
Yeah.
Are there enough people out that I feel like I
Oh,
can
yeah,
come play?
Between the three of you, like the three of you have put efforts into this at this point, and
There are plenty of
You
witnesses.
put a fire under their ass.
yep. And then Jimena Batmaned another person
That
out of
was
the
pretty
room.
awesome.
Yep.
Shania's not in her costume anymore. She didn't want to be seen in the costume helping people.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be like
Yeah.
causing a ruckus.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody, I will tell you straight up right now, nobody's paying attention as to how many of you entered and how many of you are still left. So,
Like, honestly, I think the important thing here is to see Winter Suns fighting each other.
yep.
We
Well,
just
I'm
want me to win.
I
Well,
want to do
and
I'm a little
something
squeaky.
fun that I haven't done yet. I'm gonna spend a hero point, and Jenny's gonna swarm,
Okay.
and it's just gonna be like fucking Russian wasps.
Oh,
Oh shit! Even a
oh yeah.
That's amazing. It's beans.
That's right. Beads.
This is my first swarm, guys.
Wow.
Aww.
They're all here for
You're-
my first swarm.
Your first is always
August
special.
15th, 2021.
Shinia's first swarm. Ricardo's like, what did I get myself into?
I remember my first swarm.
Oh no, it's some of Naraku's insects.
What?
No, Moroku, not your wind tunnel.
All right.
There's a random fucking 5 in this roll.
Let's
I
see
hate
my
it.
rules for swarming. Hold on. I rolled very special rules for everything.
So whichever.
There's berry cobbler for you. No camera, just
There's no
sound.
camera.
We'll only hear you.
Just an audio log. Just a
Yeah.
disembodied voice like all of us.
So whichever Winter Sun
The cobbler is amazing.
the swarm is not heading towards. I was hoping to get to the guy who lunged and just pick him up and then hit his head on every single chair and bar stool and table I can
Oops.
in the direction of the exit.
Yeah.
Basically. So I'm going to count that as brawn plus brawl and add my bar fighter to it
Okay.
because I'm fighting with the bar.
Yeah.
I'm wielding the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
That tracks.
Yeah.
It's Rethel.
So
you
that's-
just wielded a piece of it to open a door. So
So that's 8 successes on that. So you know,
Perfect.
If you, actually,
Perfect.
If you don't, if
and
you
you're
don't-
very prominently wearing
Oh yeah. So
your
there's-
Winter Sun uniform.
in case
So
someone forgets.
Okay, so the only rules on swarm I wrote is Jenny can burst into a swarm of insects native to Asura, but only for a short amount of time, maybe 1 round, 2 turns, up to you. And she can only swarm once a day.
yep.
So wasps.
Wow.
Where are you directing this swarm of wasps?
At
Bees.
at Winter Sun.
Well, there's 2 of them right now.
Who's fighting who?
Well, Rethold is about to.
Well, I'm not gonna go for the Ruffles.
Well, if you want that one, then I can pick up the
There's
other
the
one
lady who's on the floor
and
right
hit
now,
her against
trying to
everything
regroup,
on my
and
way out,
she
yeah.
has a ranged weapon, so she's
Oh, okay, I'm
probably
going
of
for
the
her.
2
Yeah,
the most dangerous.
yeah. And if she can't shoot. I mean, she can try,
Yeah.
but
Well, yeah, you're going to be preventing her
yeah,
from shooting this turn.
exactly. So I will swarm that bitch there. So
Okay.
What are we calling that?
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting roll. So for yours,
What is the
you
bees
spend
roll?
a hero point,
Yeah.
and you using your swarm. So I'm just gonna call that she's not gonna be able to shoot
Okay.
this turn.
She is thoroughly distracted.
Yeah. You're
And getting
basically
bit.
you're basically blocking her action.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna call for a roll for you, but at the same time, she's not gonna get an action this turn either.
Okay.
So suddenly bees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
All
should
of
it be
you
intimidating?
in the room. Yeah, you can. If you want to roll an intimidate to see what kind of effect it has on his compatriot and her, right?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Okay.
I'll let you do that.
Can I
Um,
flip a table on this guy? Like
Oh yeah, you can. If you
he's
want to do
already
a
got hit by
concerted
a
effort,
chair.
if you want to do a concerted effort, he's already wielding the bar. You can wield the table.
Yeah, just flip it on him, and I'll just lift it into him. It'll be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not very strong, but I can get enough centrifugal force to
Roll.
make that happen.
Roll on this, and I'll let you go together on that.
Okay.
Is there anybody else besides those 2 that needs to be combated? I don't know. I mean, the
think
2
the
winners.
guy. I think the
Yeah.
guy with the arrow through his neck is no longer a problem.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. Nobody seems combative in here. You've created enough of a shock and awe at this point that nobody has raised arms. Plus, you're sort of the law in here, which is funny.
Jimena is just going to sit on the bar. Are you literally wielding the bar, or are you using the things
part
on
of the bar.
I picked up the L, the leg
Okay.
of the L, and
So-
threw it out the wall.
Yeah,
so the rest of the bar is there. So
there.
yeah, there's
so
plenty of place to sit.
Jimena's gonna sit on the bar, and like if there's you know, I imagine there's food around.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna sit munching and like throwing bread at you guys while at the fight, being like, "Oh yeah, get him."
So wait, what am I rolling?
Still finesse weaponry. You're doing a pull,
don't worry.
right?
I got a 4 for
Okay.
panache intimidate
Perfect.
to just freak the fuckers out.
Well, technically, I'm not pulling because I don't think I can pull inanimate objects.
Good call.
That'd be
Can I
fine.
use resolve just because I don't have that much brawn, but I really want this to work?
Sure. You're committed to this.
Alright.
Flip a
And
table.
I'm gonna roll my flip a table roll.
Oh yeah, no, those aren't that many dice, so it's okay. What's your problem?
I sub resolve because reasons.
Sure.
Man, now I've got the ones curse.
Oh no, I've got the ones.
Yeah, I've got a case of the ones. I did also get 2 10s
I
though.
wish I rolled more ones.
Real gnarly case of the ones.
Right.
I had a 5 that was like, ha, fucker. I was like, oh, okay.
I've been rolling 9s all night. I'm like, come on!
Oh no, I drank too much coffee. Now I got the ones.
Oh no.
Did you see his dead face when he said it?
That joke's not that good. So I'm not gonna get excited for
Staring
it.
into the middle of
Thought
the
it was your ex for a second.
Okay, I got 8.
8. Okay. Same as Rethold, so you're just gonna function as a unit already.
I see you like prep for it, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I just like angle his head towards you.
That's the shit right there.
Oh no, let me help you.
Evine, anything you want to partake in?
Did we wake you?
A little bit.
We're about to close things here, but both targets are pretty thoroughly occupied, and at this point, what Ricardo is doing is that once people are funneling out, he's barring the doors behind them. So, if you want to lend him a hand with that, he's basically blocking part of the exits, which, in a sense, will mean once you guys get out, the whole building is going to burn to the ground. At least it's not
Yep.
going to spread outside.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Okay. Well, Genia goes from being Genia to turn into a swarm of.
I think she stands like in the Jesus pose and opens her mouth and just slowly dissolves.
Yeah.
It's like Candyman.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Well,
You're
no,
not-
someone's gonna think some. Wait, you're not Winter Suns, never mind.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, because
No.
I'm not wearing the Winter Sun
And also everyone's
costume.
out, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple, I bet they had a
We
bad
needed
time.
these two to stay alive, though,
oh we do?
don't we?
I mean, I don't know, whatever. All right, yeah.
For your plan, I don't think either
Alright.
piece matters.
I just thought that somebody needed to. Well, I guess the people that left would be able to
There's
stay.
plenty of witnesses
Yeah,
that have
to say
seen
that the Winter Sun did
the
it.
Winter Sun fight with each other. The Winter Sun very loudly shut this fucking place down.
Yeah.
And almost call for the head of its owner.
And
we
then the
don't-
moment I was being helpful, I was like, I can't look like the Winter Sun anymore, so that's what I mean.
And
Yep,
we
yep,
don't
yep.
necessarily want anyone actually in the organization being able to, like, if there was another squad, I
Yeah.
don't remember any of them. So
Yep.
I'm okay with this.
Alright. I don't care about saving them
Well-
otherwise. So.
Genia turns into bees, wasps. You're not
Big
exactly
fucking
sure. All
hornets.
that you know is that
Gross.
there's a lot of them, and it's super loud. Like in this room.
We're
And they're
suddenly-
really focused right there.
We're
Yeah.
suddenly next to a jet engine.
Yeah. Well, that lady yelps as she sees the
All the
30
bees ever.
thousands of bees heading her way, like wasps, even fucking
She can't
wasps.
see
It
without her
takes the shape of
glasses.
a fist.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right. It's just like
Nice.
Hundreds of
yeah,
little
she
droning
she
voices.
yelps and screams, but you barely can hear her. over the wasps. She's saying something about get it off. Like there's the pistol actually fires.
Yeah, I was like, she'll try.
But you know, in that state, it's not doing much of anything.
Yeah.
And she looks, frankly, pretty terrified. So the other gentleman, on the other hand, like if you thought she had it bad, he tries to get back up from the table. The table stands up to meet him back. Somehow it jumps into his face. He falls backwards. The chair hits him in the back.
Very Three Stooges.
Like, yeah, it's a full fucking Three Stooges routine between these two.
It's a Jackie Chan outtake.
Yeah,
Nice.
basically.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting knocked all over this table, these chairs. At some point, like his sword falls off, and before long, he
This
goes
is
limp.
cursed.
You're not sure if he passed out, if he died, right? Some of these hits might have made you wince a little bit, just because, like, just head on wood,
He's on
right?
the wrong side.
And then before long, like there's blood on his face, like he's on the ground, his nose is broken. You're not exactly sure if he's dead or not, but if he doesn't wake up and if he stays in here, he's not gonna
We
not
have
gonna live.
very many ways to make sure that he's dead.
The lady being swarmed by bees is attempting to crawl back, but with her pistol discharged, she's now attempting to reload it. She has no idea what is happening to her, so the reloading process is
She's
complicated.
She's reloading while getting stung by bees.
well.
Or bitten by wasps.
Bitten by
technically.
Sorry,
wasps,
Yeah.
bitten by wasps.
Because
She's trying. She's not being successful. So by the time for the next approach, Genya is back to being Genya.
Yeah.
This lady is still thoroughly freaked out
Yeah,
and
she's kneeling on her.
shaking. Yep. I will let you decide what you want to do with her. If you want to dispose of her,
I'll just headbutt her.
okay.
Good
Yep.
night.
She goes down. You now have two Winter Sons, one who may or may not be dead. This lady's not dead.
She's
but,
just unconscious. You're gonna have some
yeah.
really
I'll
bad
let you decide.
nightmares.
If you want to leave them in here, Ricardo has basically blocked all of the exit, but
There's a hole in the wall.
the hole in the
Yeah.
wall that Rethold made, which is now the one funnel to get out of here. He sort of walks back and he looks a little worse for wear. He's obviously been in smoke because his eyes are watering, and he's saying, "Yeah, I would suggest now would be a good time to step out." What do we do with these two?
Do we have a basement?
No,
I can make a basement.
I thought we were killing them.
yeah.
Well, I thought we were gonna talk to one of them and then kill him.
No, she's already Batman someone.
She's got
Oh, okay.
she's got
She got
I've
Judy.
got the Judy to
Yeah.
talk to.
Now, these people don't have anything interesting to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my sword. My
Oh,
dagger
Oh
out
well, if I
ready.
had known that, I would have just knifed her. I would just let her throw.
Yeah.
it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
Or I just hit her so hard with my head that it cracked.
Yep. Well, now that lady is definitely dead. The
Yeah.
gentleman could be, but
There are worse ways to go.
Probably.
Yeah. one way or the other, he won't last long in this because the fire is now starting to spread to the furniture. To
I'm keeping it from killing us. As soon as we walk out of this room, it's just going to engulf this
No, I
entire
agree.
building.
Yeah.
When we leave, is the owner still around? Like
No.
watching his poor thing go up
No,
in
no.
flames?
And actually, yeah, as we leave, the cloak's coming off.
Yeah.
he's one of the people that you have helped. Once
get
he
out.
realized between Ricardo, Evine, and you directing the crowd,
Yeah.
he grabbed his assistant and they left
Okay.
as well.
I was just wondering if he stuck around to watch
No,
things.
he looked very dejected. leaving the bar.
Fix that.
Well, he's not the owner.
No,
He's just the proprietor. The
Yeah.
owner is
maybe the
is
manager.
shitty McBlondeface.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make. I feel
Yeah,
bad
no,
for him.
that's the whole reason that we fucked this bar up.
I was
That's
gonna.
fine.
I was gonna give him the money that I
winnings.
won off of.
He may
I mean, you
need
can
to
still do
find
We
new.
still can.
Yeah, we'll find him later.
I mean, we can always employ him, right?
He
Well,
may
all I
need to
have to-
find new employment, but he should find new
More
employment.
Jose.
Bartender Jose.
Man, we don't have one of those yet.
That's right.
Jose Cerveza.
There we go.
My brain went immediately tequila, but okay.
Well, tequila's a Mexican thing.
That's
they
true.
don't have tequila in
That's
Spain.
true. That's true.
Jose
Thank you.
Refresca.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go. Drink Joe. What?
Drink Joe.
that's the. It's less pretty and thin, but yeah.
Well, in that case, Zhenya will ask Rethold if he wants to extend a Jose ship, and then you can send a message in the money, and I will ask Evine to find him.
Well, I look over at your husband. I'm like, the Lisso branch of Mendez and Mendez, I'm sure could use professionals to fill out the ranks. Although hopefully they take better direction at how to conduct a business space, because that was terrible.
I don't think it was his choice.
Right.
No, that's what I'm hoping, that it was not that yet.
You, as you're having this conversation,
All standing out watching the
yeah,
embers.
you step out finally through the cubby, and as Jimena had described, when you step out and she releases her control of that fire, it flashes into the room. The hall burns very intensely, never touching any of the other buildings around. Rethold, you have the distinct feeling that you've done two good deeds in watching this hall burn. It's furthered your cause. Also, this thing was a blight on you and your ancestors.
yeah.
Now
100%.
it is gone.
That's a gentle way of putting that.
Mm-hmm.
But you
It was
stand.
pretty awful.
Good luck.
You stand there across, having, I think, ditched your uniforms. Did you keep?
I didn't
Them?
ditch mine. I just removed
Well,
it.
mine was torn.
Right.
I left mine.
Yours probably still in the
You
hall.
know me. I want to collect all the
Yeah.
costumes.
Ricardo tucked his away because the captain finery may come in handy later.
Yeah,
Definitely.
if it's a half
Yeah.
cape and a hat, that crumples down pretty easily.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
I used mine as a tourniquet.
You tuck those away. Before long.
Jimena's like, oh wait, we have to grab something. Like, hey, Rachel,
Oh yeah.
can you carry her?
I'm like, oh, hello. And this sort
Yeah.
of
It's like,
fireman carry.
I got a souvenir.
I'm like,
Full limp.
yeah.
This lady is still out. You'll get a chance to talk to her next time. For now, there's still. You start to hear that commotion, like in the streets. People, like, boots and footsteps are coming closer. Probably more guard details. People trying to see what they can do about the fire. Like, the neighborhood is awakening, but that place, by the morning, will be no more. There is no way to salvage it.
Shitty spits in its ashes.
So
What
yeah,
was that drink you made?
I just start laughing, just loud laughing.
So yes, you stand there watching your handiwork for a little bit before you start moving along, before it gets too crowded in here.
It's getting crowded.
Going back.
I thought the same thing and I hate myself.
Don't worry, I hate you too.
Oh, we all hate each other. So with that, you return to the house with a new prisoner, having taken the first of many openly hostile actions against the people on your blacklist, and hoping to see what kind of seed of discord you've managed to sow between all of those co-conspirators.
So exciting.
All right, we'll call it a night here. Next time, meeting with the Invisible College at Evine's behest.
Fucking Anita.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, terrible.
This is perfect.
Say goodnight, you terrible blights.
Good night.
Good night,
Terrible
I messed